Hello everyone and welcome to the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. We are finally ready to go underway. I'm Will G. Next to me is Craig from Esports Scotland. Say hello.
Hey guys, thank you very much for coming along. This is going to be fantastic. A long time coming. This should be an amazing final for the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup.
So coming up, we've got 3 round robins, then a best of 5. And we're going to start things off on Rialto on Escort.
Yep.
So can you tell me a little bit about this map? What's the things to look for?
Rialto is a very boopy map. There is lots of times that you can get chucked off the side. It's a very close quarters map, but with plenty of places for snipers to hide, especially at the beginning. As soon as you get that payload, you've got to go over a bridge it's got no defense on either side. So you have to be able to defend your team, but push forward at the same time. There's lots of opportunities for you to get chucked off the side and to just get stopped in your tracks. Once as a team you get stopped in Rialto, it's very hard to then get going again. So it's about keeping that momentum going.
So looking out for snipers as well on those bridges.
Oh yeah,
right?
there's lots of sight lines. Even though it's a close quarters map, there's lots of little places that snipers can hide. So.
Perfect. So the first 2 teams that we've got today are going to be Dirty Ratters versus Plague. And on the side of Dirty Ratters, we've got Tiv, Swaggosaurus Rex, Tamro, and that's where my list ends.
Oh,
here we go.
Oh, Grant 101 as well.
Grant 101.
On Team Play, we've got Scotty A13, Fenrift FTW, HMS Dragon, the 1940s Plague, Derptism, and Res on Point. This should be fantastic.
So let's get some hype going in the Biscuit Factory in Edinburgh.
Let's get a round of applause for the first 2 teams playing, please. Woo! That's better.
So we've got 15 seconds before the start. Right now, are there going to be any mind games here with the picks? What can you see?
I'd like to see lots of characters that have the ability to boot. We've got a Lucio in there. We've got an Orisa in there. We've got a Roadhog there with his hook. On the other side, we've got Brigitte, plenty of stunnage, and we've got another Lucio. So both teams look like they're taking advantage of the fact there is plenty of opportunities to knock the other team off the edge. We're playing with a triple tank by the looks of it on the side of the Dirty Ratters.
Nice. So I'm excited to see some of these forcing off plays that you're looking for, that you've mentioned. Obviously, the Roadhogs. It's going to be some positional play from those, hopefully.
You've got 2 tanks on Plague. The classic 2-2-2 on Plague, actually there. 2 support, 2 tank, 2 damage against what looks like a 3 tank and a 3 support setup. My goodness.
So what does the 3 support setup mean for this team? What, are they going to be a bit weaker to the high damage?
Brigitte's in there, and she stops a lot of damage being done, especially with her stuns. So hopefully with both Lucio and Moira healing, Brigitte can act more like a DPS.
Right, so on their way now. Going to try and meet in the middle of the map, see who draws the first blood.
Dirty Ratters are straight onto that payload and holding it down. They lose Moira and Reinhardt. Oh, Farah in the sky, absolutely destroying the Dirty Ratters there.
Reinhardt already down, so they've got no tank for the moment. Well, they've only got 1 tank. So the healing coming out, just keeping them alive, keeping this push going. Haven't really been slowed down just yet.
No, the payload seems to be moving constantly. They're not giving the team any other chance to get in and actually do anything, which is they're using their triple support really well. I think the biggest threat for the Dirty Ratters is this Farah, who seems to be controlling the battlefield on her own.
Dirty Ratters actually pushing in quite heavily now. Going to contest that. Quite a few deaths, so the payload has finally been stopped for the first time. Bit of an awkward spot here. So the shield just going down. And they're going to be forced back. Yep. So payload on the retreat.
Plague are forcing Dirty Ratters away from the payload here, taking control of what they need.
So just regrouping here, just going for another push.
Yeah, it looks like Orisa is going to be using her barrier to give her team some space. Oh, and we get a Farah ult taken out. Oh, my goodness me.
So that's 3 down, 4 down. on the side of
Farah certainly seems to be controlling the battlefield right now. HMS Dragon using those abilities, those escape abilities, and those the boopage abilities again. And Arissa pops down her supercharger.
So the supercharger there, just going to make this defense a lot easier.
Brigitte going in, just wrecking them.
Massive amount of kills here. Now the payload just stuck in this awkward spot and forced out.
Right.
So well played there.
Most of Team Plague taken out there. Chance for Dirty Ratters to retake control of the payload.
So we've got 1 minute 36 left. But the payload is pretty close to the next objective. So
yeah. If they manage to get control of the payload, just 1 foot push, they can certainly get it to that first checkpoint. But we've got Sombra absolutely controlling the battlefield. Res on point on fire there.
oh, there's some serious combat going down. The tanks really meeting each other in the middle here. The healer's just kind of staying out of the way at the moment. But being forced back again. And that's 1940's Plague is going to go down. So, once again, Plague taken out. So close to the next objective though, 0.6.
So close. 60 centimeters to actually push.
With 56 seconds to go, that seems like this first one should fall pretty easily. So as we get a little bit closer to this bridge, is that where we're going to start to see the positional play coming out?
Yeah, once they actually, if they manage to cap this point, they're going to have to change up what they've been doing a bit to keep control. Zarya,
huge ult.
huge ult.
Zara. Massive from Reinhardt as well. Actually, who's going to fall here? So that's 3-4 going down on the side of Plague.
And there we go.
So
Take the payload.
first payload secured, so pressure's off a little bit for now. And now you think the game is going to change up a little bit?
I would expect to see some changes in Plague to keep control, but they seem to be doing all right. For instance, 3 of them are on fire right now. They're certainly controlling the battlefield much more than the Dirty Ratters.
So Dayraz, just slight disadvantage at this point, you think?
Yeah.
Does seem like the slightly weaker team.
Yeah, Reinhardt's got his shatter ready, and Reinhardt gets pushed off the edge by a boot from Lucio.
So that's a shame because this is a really nice spot to use that ultimate, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Nice and grouped up.
If Reinhardt managed to get his shatter in there, it could have helped the Team Plague push a little bit further, but unfortunately not. Now we've got Farah and Reinhardt on Plague with their ults ready.
Absolutely huge opportunity for an ultimate here. So everyone's so grouped. Just going to hold it for now. Too many tanks in that area, maybe.
Excellent shield work from Swaggosaurus Rex.
Oh, coming up from behind. Trying to take out the healers. But nothing doing for the moment. Just staying alive so much. Big,
all
big
of the
gun.
ults going off.
So that's 2 down on the side of Plague for the 1 Swaggosaurus Rex. And that payload is moving pretty quickly. It's stuck at the moment, but they've got it through.
Dirty Ratters taking control of the payload from Plague. Scotty is on fire as Lucio, doing really well, keeping his team healed.
So
and now, breaking it down, helping Plague take back control of that payload.
Serious aggression here. So that's 4 on the payload right now. That payload is moving swiftly. And it looks like Plague going to be moving pretty quickly onto the next objective. 50 seconds left to go. But that fight went so well their way that this should be...
Yeah, Plague used their ults really well to take control. They've left themselves with not much, but it won't take long to build those back up. We do have, on the side of the Dirty Ratters, have 3 ults ready.
So Dirty Ratters, that's 4. Whoa, huge.
Whoa,
Almost team
well
white
done,
there.
Dirty Ratters.
Full team white going the way of the Dirty Ratters. Plague just caught napping there.
That is how you use an ult, ladies and gentlemen. Well done. Now let's see if Plague can get back control of the payload. We've got 20 seconds for them to actually do something and push it that little bit further.
So this is looking a little bit hairy now.
Yeah, the Plague managed to take control of it during the first one, but Dirty Ratters seem to have been holding them back a lot more in the second area.
So they need to get on that payload as soon as they can. It is contested at the moment, 2 seconds left. So here we go, it's all going to come down to this. The overtime.
Reaper's got his ult ready. Can he make a push here for the Plague?
Big Reaper ult in the middle. Is it going to do anything?
Reaper
Gets taken out
down
so quickly. And that's going to do nothing. Everyone's still alive on the side of Dirty Raz. People falling by the wayside at Plague. It's overtime. It just keeps going on.
3 Dirty Ratters down and 3 Plague down. Zarya gets that ult back in.
Oh,
And we brought out a Wrecking Ball from Plague.
let's see what this is going to do. Can this turn the tide?
Swing around the corner, slam it in.
That's a big slam, but it's not really that effective at the moment.
If he can use Wrecking Ball effectively here, he will be able to create some space for his team. But D.Va goes in with a nuke.
The nuke doesn't seem to take anyone out from what I can tell.
No, Swaggosaurus Rex.
Oh, massive
well
kill.
done.
Round 1 goes the way of Dirty Ratters. Wow.
Well done to Plague for getting as far as they did. Dirty Ratters now need to get it further than Plague did to take the first round.
So Plague looked like it was pretty difficult for them to get it through the first bit, but they did manage.
Yes.
And that was a lot of close quarters combats, lots of heavy tanks bouncing off each other. What happened in this area here that just meant that they couldn't?
I don't think the Plague changed up their play enough. The fact that Dirty Ratters had the free heals and the free tanks going on, Plague just didn't manage to get a foothold on the second time through. Once he switched to Wrecking Ball, I thought that could give them some space, but I don't think that switch was early enough. If that had come in maybe a minute earlier, it could have created space that Plague needed to push that payload to the second checkpoint.
So going forward, they just need to make sure that they just switch up that strategy a little bit.
Yeah,
because
they need to pay
work.
attention to what is going on the other side and think, what can I do to get rid of that?
So prepping to attack here.
Scotty, captain of Team Plague, switching to Anna for heals. And we're bringing out a Torbjorn, I think the first time we've seen.
So Torbjorn, more defensive hero.
Oh yes, his rework is much more less defense, but obviously that's not in yet. I would say that looks like quite a defensive team. The mixture of Orisa, Roadhog, and Torbjorn could be quite a hard barrier for the Dirty Ratters to push through.
Do they have anything that you can immediately see jumping out there to push through that?
At the moment, the mixture of Zarya and Reinhardt is quite a powerful one. With Sombra in there, if Sombra can get behind and cause problems in the back line of Team Plague, then that will give Farah a chance to help the team push forward.
Sweet.
But it's about if that Sombra is managing to use her abilities correctly and get behind Plague.
So we're all looking on Tiv, all eyes on Tiv to get behind the enemy team.
Absolutely.
And make some opportunities.
Looks like a very, very strong defensive team from Plague.
So already one falling. HMS Dragon be taken out by Sombra. And using the elevation there to just put down some serious fire.
With the help of Orisa, controlling that high ground is a very important part. Moving back, as she should do there, as the team advances. This payload is going extremely quickly.
So even though, as we said, this heavy defensive lineup coming out the way of Plague, Dirty Ratters don't seem to care. They're just forcing it through.
No, Torbjorn is down. Orisa is down.
Wow.
Anna is down. Mercy is down. It looks like Dirty Ratters are going to get this payload to the first checkpoint much quicker than Plague did.
So, not having the same issues that Plague had in the first round.
Reinhardt sitting on top of the payload, just driving it forward there.
So, first payload, first checkpoint complete.
First checkpoint. Now, it looks like Plague have switched to Reinhardt and Scotty has switched from Anna to Lucio. That is a very good change. It gives them a lot more chance to create some space, and let's see if it can help them stop the what seems unstoppable advance of this payload from Dirty Ratters.
This is a very fast payload moving through. It's only just starting to slow down really since the start of the game. Lovely hook.
Roadhog tries to pull Moira off the edge there, but she manages to escape.
Some serious grouping going on. It seems like the defensive team here tends to be forced to group under that bridge.
Yeah,
and let's see if Dirty Ratters can make some advantage, take advantage of that.
Healer v healer, Moira taking out Lucio there, and Sombra finds the invisible gun of Soldier.
Justice raining from above, taking out two.
Justice certainly did rain there, taking out both Soldier and Reinhardt.
So 5 on the payload now, steaming its way through to the second checkpoint.
Plague are going to have to get hold of this defense point real quick, otherwise it's going to leave Dirty Ratters much more time than they should have. 4.5 minutes to get it what looks to be about 5 meters.
Could be fair enough. pretty easy to do, it seems like, but we haven't seen the end of this yet.
1940s Plague has switched to our favourite Wrecking Ball hamster.
I want to see some big plays from the hamster.
Yeah. We will not be calling him Wrecking Ball for the rest of the broadcast. It will only be Hammond. I apologise for that.
So, payload stopped just outside the next checkpoint for the moment.
Just under 5 meters to push with nearly 4 minutes to go.
This is exactly what you were saying. Tiv is coming out round the back.
Yeah, causing problems.
Plague. So why is it so effective to get round the back like that?
Because Sombra can cause so much problems. She can turn off the abilities of any character she wants. It can get rid of Reinhardt's shield. It can stop Soldier doing his ult, just dead. As you see here, Sombra is just hacking them, taking their abilities away, and then just easily killing them. They've got no way to defend themselves.
Fantastic work from Tiv there. Just came around the back and did exactly what we talked about. And he is just dominating at the moment, on fire.
1940 Plague switch back to Hammond again. We now have just over a meter to push the payload, and that is game one.
Dirty Ratters.
Game one to the Dirty Ratters. Well done, Plague. You put up a good fight.
So Tiv there coming out strong. And we got
Tie in the game as Zarya. Oh, good graviton pulse. That's what we like to see.
Wow.
Brigitte taking really good advantage of that and just wrecking everyone else. Diva chucks her nuke in, finishes them off. Well done.
So, pretty strong performance there.
Very strong performance from both teams, but Dirty Ratters just had the momentum that could not be stopped.
Yep.
We're going to get up for our second map.
So, second map will be Nepal on control.
Nepal is one of my personal favourite maps. Yep. Yeah, I just feel like it's set up so well for battles to happen. The symmetry of the map makes it very easy to know what the other team is going to do, because there isn't that many routes. So you can see if they're going to come one way. If they're not, you know you can go and defend the other way. And it's always very balanced fights because people know where they need to be because of the nature of the map.
So are there any heroes in particular that shine on Nepal?
Nepal, for me, I would go as a shield tank hero. Orisa, personally, is the one I would go to as a base tank for Nepal. Her ability to put down a shield and still move around makes her much more flexible than Reinhardt. But Reinhardt does have that raw power that Orisa doesn't have.
So, anything?
So if we can have a look at the next. Here we go.
So loading into Nepal now. So, Plague needs to shake that off.
Yep.
Just
Plague know that they can bring it back.
Yeah, it wasn't a steamroll by any means. It was
no, absolutely not. Plague put up a very good fight. Unfortunately, it was just momentum that Dirty Ratters had.
And it's so frustrating when you struggle so hard to push a payload through, and then when it's the other team's turn, they just force it through. It's mentally that can be so.
Yeah, you do have
draining.
to shake off those feelings of, oh, I've just been beaten, and just think, well, this is what I do well on this map.
Yeah. So assembling the heroes at the moment. So Tracer coming in. I don't think we saw her in the first match.
I think McCree is a good pick on this map as a DPS character because there is quite clear lines of sight to the payload from pretty much any area. The mixture of McCree and Tracer there as DPS is going to make it very hard for the Dirty Ratters to keep an eye on what's going on. They're both very quick characters that can move out the way, and you've got to keep an eye on them and know where they've gone. Whereas Dirty Ratters seem to be bringing out a nice triple tank and triple support again to start.
So that's some serious tank there. I love the Reinhardt just for the shield, just to keep that pushing.
And the mixture of Brigitte in there as well as a second shield, but that maneuverability that Reinhardt doesn't have. Brigitte can act as a tank, a healer, or DPS, depending on what your needs are. And they've already got 2 healers, so Brigitte's free to do what she needs to do.
Swaggosaurus was teasing us with the Hammond again. Kept teasing the Hammond. I want to see the Hammond.
I want to see Hammond. Let's get the hamster in there.
So, he's going up here and he's just moving up to get set up. Trying to think if there's any counters, really.
Looks like Dirty Ratters will be the first onto the payload, going to hopefully take control of that before it unlocks in about 10 seconds. Tracer's taken straight down by a Brigitte, mace to the face.
So, getting off to a pretty explosive start already here. Lots of tanks in the center trying to soak up that damage, but these at the back, nothing really coming up to these guys at the back.
They seem to be fighting away from the payloads.
Yeah.
I think it's more about taking control of the map at this point than actually getting on the payload. Dirty Ratters are pushing Plague back and back, taking them out, knowing that they can then get to the payload before they've got to get a chance to respawn and get back into the map.
So 1-for-1 trade at the moment.
Right, we have Dirty Ratters at 10% on the payload. Plague need to get in there, get some kind of foothold, and then control it.
So here we go. Are they going to make some sort of push here now coming up? Plague all ready to go, but this is going to be an awkward spot for them to actually fight in.
Oh, it's high tide from McCree. Does he get anyone?
It seems like an awkward spot for High.
Oh, and Diva chucks an ult at an ulting McCree and takes him out.
Oh, so that's why we didn't see that do as much as would have hoped.
Now we've still got 2 ults on the side of Dirty Ratters, whereas 2 have just popped up on the side of Plague as well. A Junkrat ult could cause some problems for Dirty Ratters if they take them off guard.
So Tamro's ult as well feels like, oh, never mind, he's been taken out as we come in here. Another fight, lovely ult
shatter
there.
from Ryan there.
So Shatter pushed into the wall as well. Now with the tank moved out of the way, can they clean up on some of the squishier heroes on the back line? The fight is so split at the moment, and there we go. That's a
nice double kill from Junkrat's Tire.
So,
and Team Plague are going to take control of the point.
So 68% before Plague can get some percent of their own on the board.
Yeah,
is that worrying? Is that? Or
it's quite a long time that you have to control it to take the lead. But if they can get that control and that foothold in there now, Dirty Ratters are going to have to do the work to take it back.
So
Plague at the moment are trying to keep Dirty Ratters from even getting into the main area, chucking in a Zarya ult.
Have they got anything to combo with this though to do some serious damage? Rhino ult coming down.
Shatter.
Seems like everyone's staying pretty healthy at the moment, just tanking up this damage thanks to the heals.
Moira bringing out her beam of death / health.
Who's going to be the first team to crumble in this massive fight? It's so even. Swaggosaurus Rex getting low, but healed up straight away again. Just endless fight going on.
Brigitte rallying, bringing her team forward, pushing Plague back onto the point. It looks like the next battle is going to take place on the point.
Another massive double kill.
Junk again with the tire.
So the Junkrat seems to be working really well in these tight situations, these close range fights.
Lucio on the Dirty Ratters is going to need to use that break it down to get his team back onto the point, because it looks like Plague are about to take the lead. You see how Plague are keeping the Dirty Ratters from getting anywhere near the payload. They are stopping them here. The only way that the Dirty Ratters will be able to get in is if they take one of the top routes, but they seem to be just going straight for a fight and getting destroyed every time.
But as we say that, Snipes going down on the side of Dirty Ratters.
And
Swaggosaurus dropping very low. He's going to go down. Massive the suicide in the middle. 6-player streak. And that's actually 3 down on the side of Plague. Dirty Ratters now have an opportunity to maybe come in into this zone.
A massive nuke from Dilzos, giving them a chance to take back control, but Plague are there, no, and Dirty Ratters take back control when Team Plague had 93%. At this point, it could still go either way.
So that percent is going to be climbing now. If you are Dirty Ratters, you've got to be happy with this. You know it's so much harder to break the defense.
Yeah. You're the ones that have to do the work.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And Dirty Ratters, they've got 2 ultimates ready, 2 heroes on fire. 2 ultimates ready on the side of Plague as well. And here we go. This is probably going to be the deciding fight of the tournament.
Breaking it down, rallying it. Oh, Zarya gets the Dirty Ratters caught in a grab.
There's no combo. 2 going down on the side of Plague. But 97% contesting the point at the moment. So it's all going to come down to this overtime. Who's going to fall down? Scotty's going down on the side of Plague. Dill's host getting low.
The
nuke is not going to do too much.
It was zoning quite well. It managed to keep Dirty Ratters out of the zone. This is a fight that could go either way. You've got Brigitte down on the side
2
of
down.
Plague.
So that's 3. 4 down on the side of Plague.
Take out Plague.
Dirty Ratters. Wow.
That was an impressive turnaround. I thought at one point Plague were going to take that, but Dirty Ratters managed to push them back to the point, and just then, once they had control, they didn't give it back. That final battle, it was all about just staying on the point and letting Plague use their ults, and then they had nothing to defend themselves.
5 heroes on the side of Dirty Ratters on fire at the end of that match.
That's right. Okay, so round 2 of this part, we're on the, I forget what this is part. I'm going to call it the Sanctum, but I don't think it is. Again, this is another part of a map that has lots of areas for boopage, especially when you're on the point. It's just a massive area to the side of it. Orisa, Doomfist, very good characters for controlling that area.
Very open center there as well, so see what we can do here. It was good, good map for Roadhog as well for this central bit here. You can get a lot of hooks
absolutely.
in. So, opening fight to decide who's going to start off with the initial control. Both teams grouping up inside some shields.
Again, it looks like they're more thinking about controlling the map than the payload at this point.
So someone's going up very close there. Reaper on the side of Plague getting in. And here we go. This fight's first going to get broken up. The shield falling on the side of Plague, meaning the Dirty Ratters can start this push up. They just don't look that comfortable. But Plague are going to be the first ones to start contesting the point. The hook, he's going to send him off.
Excellent hook from Roadhog there.
Fantastic. So now 2 down on the side of Dirty Ratters means that Plague are going to be the ones to first contest this point. Gaining a few here, but Tamra on the side seems to be totally uncontested there. He's just picking away.
Absolutely. 3 of Plague and only 1 of Dirty Ratters on the point. Orisa doing her best to contest, but without the backup, is she going to stay alive? Mercy doing her best. Oh, no, but Orisa, the Guardian Omnic, is down.
So I know it's Reaper there taking out the Diva on the side that was doing a lot of work. That's come up around the back.
Doomfist using that fist effectively and knocking Mercy out. Now, Plague are controlling this a lot better than they have done so far. If they manage to keep the control of this area, Dirty Ratters are going to have to do a lot of work because they've got 2 very small areas to get through to then get to that point where they can attack.
So if you're Dirty Ratters now, how do you break this? Or do you have to go around the back? We don't have any of these flanking heroes so much, from what I can see.
Orisa puts her bongos down, but we've got 3 ults on the side of Plague ready to counter it. Reaper uses his ult, but doesn't actually do much. Orisa takes out Orisa. Oh, Diva just jumped off the edge. Maybe that was just so she could get back to spawn.
Just tactical zoning, I'm sure.
Yeah. And once again, Team Plague really hold that zone excellently. They don't give the Dirty Ratters a chance to look in. For me, I would be moving up forward and trying to stop them getting as far as they are, but Dirty Ratters seem to be doing enough to actually control the zone.
So coming up to 80% here, it's with the Roadhog with his ultimate there. It's not even a zone you really want to get too close to because he can just force everyone out.
Right. Dirty Ratters have 2 ults. Mercy has just gone into Guardian Angel.
So here we go. They've got to do it now, Dirty Ratters, if they want to do something. The hook
final push
is going to come in. Roadhog coming out the back. He's going to hook the Roadhog off over the side. What a hook.
Swaggosaurus Rex taking out HMS Dragon.
But the nuke is going to be in. 3 down on the side of Plague. These are Dirty Ratters. Are going to start.
Can they take this at 99%? We're in overtime. Dirty Ratters are fighting hard, and they managed to get.
So here we go.
Well done.
Everything to go for Dirty Ratters. They have to hold this the whole way.
Yep. If Plague just get on that for just 1 second, they're going to take this. So Dirty Ratters are going to have to think about stopping Plague getting to the area.
So 2 ults ready on the side of Plague. And they are just going to come in. The hook is going to start off. A lot of damage taken out. Actually, that's Fenrir eliminated straight away. Are we going to see this ultimate being used? 1 down on the side of Dirty Ratters as well. But 3 down. The defense seems to be holding for the moment.
Looks like Roadhog can save his ult there.
So up to 30%. And as you said, they're taking this fight further out.
Yeah.
So that if, they just don't want to get right on that base at the moment. But now we are contesting the point.
Plague contesting. They've got 1 on.
Roadhog does have his ultimate available.
Moira going down for Team Plague.
So Dirty Ratters holding for now. And they're halfway home. The nuke is going to come out. That's going to take out the Roadhog.
Excellent zoning. I think Dirty Ratters are holding it really well here because Plague seems to be going in 1 at a time. If they can regroup and push together, they have a chance of getting this back.
Oh, look at this aggression from Dirty Ratters. They didn't want them anywhere near that zone.
No. I think they tried to lure them into a false sense of security to start with.
And the sweep might be a reality here. This is quite a nice zone to defend. We'll have to see.
At 80%.
Oh, what a pin there. He's got the shadow, gets it down onto the. Yep. And that's 4 down again, so 90%. Looks like Dirty Ratters are going to do this.
They have managed to do the entire thing when they were on overtime. I think this is the last chance that Plague are going to get to
So they are
contest this.
contesting, but it looks
Lucio
like
on
he's
the
going to
point.
fall pretty quickly.
We brought out another Hammond by HMS Dragon. Is it enough?
Hammond, can he do it?
They are
Oh, this
contesting.
looks like it could be going badly for Dirty Ratters. Plague actually putting up some serious attempts here.
If Arissa puts her superchargers down, giving them extra damage, but Lucio counters with a break it down.
So we're on 99-99 into the overtime, the final fight.
This
Who
could go
is
either
going to
way.
take it? 3 down, a 4 down on the side of Dirty Ratters.
Oh, and Hanzo
We have
brings
a
out a
Hanzo.
fantastic dragon and manages to keep it away from them. Moira
So
doing her
pretty hard
best
to
there
sell.
to fight
Home
against
Snipes trying to stay desperately. Just coming in this fight, just endless at the moment.
Doomfist takes
Oh,
out
but he's going to
Arissa.
fall. It's 2 left on the zone, but now it's 2v1. Are they going to take it? But here come the cavalry. Diva turning up. Doesn't want to lose this point.
Hammond on both sides.
The
Diva chucks
nuke,
in a
is it
nuke.
going to be big? Nuke takes out 2. Plague looking strong. Looks like they've only got 2 more to take out here. And are they going to do it? The big push there almost sends 2 off.
Just Lucio from Dirty Ratters on the point, but Doomfist is coming in as backup.
So Rats, they are hanging on to this by the skin of their teeth.
This is an incredible fight and exactly what you want to see on the final seconds of the zone. Loving that there's a Hammond on both teams. Oh, and here comes a Junkrat tire,
Oh!
taking out both Winston and Moira. Rez on point, managing to keep the contesting going. 3 on each side, 4 now for Plague, 5 for Plague. Can Plague get this back?
So Dirty Raz looking like they might be slightly losing this at the moment. 3 dead on the side of Dirty Raz. Only 1 left on the point. Is he going to fall? Oh,
my
here we
goodness
come
me,
in
and Plague
again.
are fighting hard.
Just non-stop. No one wants to give this up. It seems like Plague have the control all the time.
They have
But every time,
certainly-
oh, they get it in the end.
Well
wow.
done, Team Plague. That was an incredible final battle. Most of Team Plague on fire there. They managed to hold Dirty Ratters off. I was impressed that Dirty Ratters managed to get it back when Plague got it to 99 to start with.
I think whoever won that deserved it.
Yeah.
If it went either way, both teams played
Both teams
so
were
well
incredible,
there.
yeah,
And
absolutely.
it must be so frustrating again for Dirty Ratters, as you said, to come from 0 right up to 99 and then hold it for what, a minute, 2
Yeah.
minutes on the point? Absolutely incredible play from both.
I think the Plague are going to be feeling quite good off the back of that, and maybe it can give them a bit of a boost for this final one on the POW.
I tell you, it's obvious both teams want this.
Yeah. Now,
That was ruthless play there.
if Dirty Ratters take this round, then they win the first part of the round robin. If Plague win, then it goes on to a third match.
So, Plague have all the work to do.
Now they have to get and control that area with open sides, plenty of sniping areas, and again, this time both teams are just going straight for the area instead of trying to control the map.
So I think, Craig, if we want to see some more Hammonds, we've just got to let it get to the end and
Yeah,
then wait for 2 minutes, because then the Hammonds just keep coming.
That seems
They
to
just
be when
keep
the
coming.
Hammonds come out. Who knew a hamster could cause so much pain?
I know. 2 of them as well. It's just too much.
And Dirty Ratters take control of the zone. 2 down from Plague, they can regroup, but Dirty Ratters straight away pushing Plague back and going to try now to keep them away from the zone.
I like this. It worked well in some of the other games, just seeing them push it out straight away. But we tend to see it later on. Meanwhile, actually, kind of a big fight going on here. 1 falling from each team. And that's going to be 2 down on the side of Plague. He's going to be rezzed. 2 ultimates ready on the side of Plague, so they are in a good position to try and contest now.
Yeah, Plague are pushing forward for a contest right now.
So I want to see this Junkrat. He's been so effective this series so far. He's got his ultimate ready, but the point...
Now, I think right now we need to keep an eye on 1940s Plague as Tracer, as she is sneaking around all over the place and causing a lot of issues for the Dirty Ratters.
All right, here we go.
Who's
What
he
can we
gonna
do
get?
with this?
Oh, he's falling down.
he's
Where's
gonna
he
come
going?
back.
Oh,
Oh, the shield!
tries to solo Reinhardt, but Reinhardt says, no, my shield is better than your explosive tire.
So 53. Coming up to 55. This could be quite a quick round, but saying that after what we just saw in the previous round.
It could go any way. Now, Plague, Dirty Ratters are at 65%. Plague need to group up and make a push. This could
What's
be the
happening
last
for
chance
Plague
they get.
here? Where are Plague?
Are they planning something?
So Kind of waiting for the moment. Maybe they're waiting for that 99%. Maybe they go, hey, you did that. We want to do that now.
Yeah.
Let's let you get to 99% and then watch us take it. Except we won't lose it.
Dirty Ratters pushing forward bit by bit. Junkrat going around to the left. Oh, and Tiv goes in with the ult. Takes out 3 and
big
4.
plays from Tiv.
That is how you use a Reaper. 98, 99.
Right, here we go. If they want to do it, this is the time to do it, but they're not going to be able to.
And round 1 of the game goes to the Dirty Ratters. Well done to Team Plague. Extremely good fight.
I have a feeling we'll be seeing some Tiv coming up right now. Oh, no.
Play of the game. I'm Snipes as Lucio. Always good to see a support get play of the game.
So, just doing so much here just to keep the. Oh, this is in the overtime as well. A fantastic play.
Well done to Dirty Ratters. And Team Plague will be back later. Well, that's the first match over. I'm here with the captain of Dirty Ratters. I'm Snipes. How do you feel that went?
It was a really good game, you know. We practiced quite a lot, but, you know, just as a really good example that the supports can carry, you know, supports can carry.
Was there any points you were worried there?
They put up a really good fight. We were quite worried when it came to capture, because that's usually our weak point. And the other team proved that they were a really good.
They did manage to hold you off for quite a while.
Yeah, that was really entertaining.
They got to 99 and then you captured it and managed to take it all the way, and that's always quite an impressive feat.
Yeah, it was a really good game, and
coming off the back of that win, you feeling quite good?
Yeah, I'm feeling really good. I've
Okay,
got a couple things.
Thank you very much. We're going to get the next game set up, and we'll see some more from the Dirty Ratters soon. Thanks.
Thanks.
Cheers, buddy.
Hello and welcome to the second series of the day of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. I'm Will G.
And
Craig's
I'm
still here. Oh, sorry.
Thank you. I'm Craig from Esports Scotland. We just saw Plague, unfortunately, take a loss against Dirty Ratters, but they've got a chance to redeem themselves here against the wonderful London Dragons. I would like a round of applause for the London Dragons because they have travelled all the way up from London to take part in this competition. A big round of applause for the London Dragons. Thank you very much. Right, this is going to be a great game. Back to Rialto.
So we're going to hopefully see more of those choke points on Rialto. There was some really, really close battles under the bridge and then just round the corner. So I want to see more of that.
Not enough momentum. There's so many chances on Rialto to just stop that payload dead. I'll be interested to see how it goes this time. London Dragons, I know from watching, are a very different team to Dirty Ratters, so I'm expecting some very, very different strategies here.
Well, obviously don't want to be biased, but I also came up from London for this event. So
well,
I
big
think
round
I
of
know
applause
which
for
team
Will G
I'm
as well. Hey.
I think I know who I'm going to be supporting. But sadly, I want to see Plague take a win as well because they played so well in that first series.
They did
and
do
it was so
really
close.
Well. You know, this series has been about getting people into esports on console for the first time. None of these players really have much experience in the esports world, and at Esports Scotland we want to give them that chance to be involved. And here we go.
So what are these lineups saying? I think we've got Widowmaker in there. Oh no!
Change into
Cheers, Sky.
a bit of mind games there maybe. Looks like we've got a double tank, double support, double DPS on both teams.
Nice. And the Torbjorn didn't really work in the first time we saw it from Plague as well.
Yeah, but let's see if they can do it a bit better this time. They've got different tanks working with them.
So we've got one on the side of London Dragons as well.
Yeah.
I'm just curious about these because I haven't seen them being used effectively in the series yet.
Yep.
And I want to see some really strong play. So as we say that, setting up the turret here for the defense.
Directism has changed to Brigitte instead of the choice he had from last time. Classic setup place for the start of the map. Arissa will chuck her shield down as soon as those doors open. And we are away.
So who's going to get that initial momentum in this first game of the series?
Now, We see Plague here going round the back to throw off London Dragons, and London Dragons caught a little bit off guard there.
So that setup, the initial defense setup that you talked about, is not really that
Yeah.
useful when you come around for the back. And 3 going down on the side of London Dragons, though. 4 now, so I guess something worked from Plague.
I think London Dragons were not expecting Plague to nip round the side the way they did, and they were focusing far too much on what was in front of them, and it's given Plague the opportunity to take that payload and keep that momentum going.
So 4 on the payload at the moment. It's going to be moving through.
And we see the amazing Lucio emote that costs about £1,000 to buy.
Well, I mean, he's using it at the right time here as he's just
absolutely.
cruising down on the payload. If there's ever a time you want to use it, surely it's then.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with a bit of showboating. We see here that Plague are keeping that payload going. London Dragons are defending right on the point where the payload needs to get to.
So
Junk Tire coming. Oh! And a massive ult from General UK, taking out Scotty Reds and Moira.
So they keep falling as well from the side of Plague.
Yeah. London Dragons have definitely taken control of the payload from Plague. Plague have 2.5 minutes to finish that last about 20 meters they need to get.
So shouldn't be too much of a challenge, but if we see any more ults like that, could become more of a difficult.
Yep. General UK dealing out a hell of a lot of damage as Junkrat, which is what he's good for.
Junkrat seems to be really
No.
strong in this battle.
Whoa!
Where was
What
the nuke
a
there?
nuke.
And now almost all, yeah, there we go, the full team wipe.
And there's a team kill from Plague.
So, Plague now all on the payload, just moving on through, easy.
Lucio having a little bit of a show off again. Now, we didn't see anyone get past this second area. Will Plague manage to get it all the way to the second checkpoint? This is a very, very easy place for London Dragons to create a choke point.
So Plague this round seem to be using their ultimates much more effectively than previously.
Absolutely.
Taking out 2, 3, 4 at a time.
Maybe that first round helped them warm up a little bit. And obviously this is the first round for the London Dragons. They're just getting the feel of what's going on.
And so we are actually moving around 5 on the payload, so it's not being slowed down nearly enough. 4 minutes still on the clock.
Yeah. And Somber bringing up her infinite insize barrier. I'm pretty sure that just went through my house as well.
So they keep moving up. It's going to get jumped on there. And the initial fight is going to start off. 2 are going to fall on the side of London Dragons. And 5 on fire from Plague. Just using that momentum to just keep this push going right up to the next checkpoint.
Orisa doing really well to stay alive there. Oh, unfortunately, she had the bubble on from Zarya and she used her shield really well. But again, Plague managed to get behind and cause the problems.
So Plague consistently getting these ults in the right place and just taking out like 4 at a time,
Yeah,
it seems like.
It doesn't seem to be about brute strength. Plague are using the map, their knowledge of the map really well. They're getting behind London Dragons and causing them problems and not giving London Dragons a chance to dig their heels in.
So last stand here for London Dragons. They've got 4.5 minutes though. It's going to be a long slog.
Oh, unfortunately, Junk's Tire not getting the damage that it did last time.
Oh, that's a big ult from the side of Plague.
Are they going to follow it up?
Follow up with? That's 3 down, 4 down on the side of
Orisa
London
doing her
Dragons.
best.
Almost another full team wipe, and they are going to take that game decisively in round 1.
Round 1 goes to the Team Plague.
Team Plague really showing up in the second series.
Yeah. Now, London Dragons are going to have to take that payload all of the way to take this round to a second. Oh, London Dragons there getting pulled apart by the constant nipping behind that Plague were doing. Plague seemed to have extremely good map knowledge, using all the ins and outs of the map, not letting London Dragons get a consistent hold or a consistent 6-man squad together to actually get their heels and dig in.
So you've got to be pretty confident now if you're Plague on the defense.
Yeah, I would think so. London Dragons bringing out, I thought I saw Sniper bringing out a hamster there.
Oh yeah, we didn't see it.
No, there was no hamsters.
No hamsters. I think it just wasn't the game for it. It only seems to come out when it's really last minute, absolute.
Yep.
Maybe that was London Dragons' downfall there. They didn't just all 5 hamster,
Maybe.
6 hamsters at the end.
London Dragons going with a triple tank and single support.
So just just brute force onto that payload. So just some technical issues. I think we're all good though. So, 20 seconds left.
Okay, 20 seconds. The teams are getting ready. Let's have a look at the setups of Plague for their defense.
So, a bit further forward here.
Yeah,
so
much
is
further
that to
forward.
try and counter that round the back that we saw in the first game.
Obviously, London Dragons aren't going to copy that because Plague are going to be expecting it. But again, with Plague being so close here, if London Dragons manage to take them out, it's going to give them a chance to push forward quite a way.
So this play now.
Oh, it looks like London Dragons are trying something a bit sneaky and going around to the left. Reaper teleporting up the top, but getting booted straight off.
So nice attempt at a play there, but really was he ever going to do enough on his own getting up there against all four?
I don't think he had quite the backup to go up there on his own. Bastion from Team Plague taking out Brigitte, and Widow sniping Reinhardt.
Reaper doing a lot of damage, but does fall pretty quickly actually. And again, so many down on the side of London Dragons. They're just falling so quickly. 5-player streak.
Yep. London Dragons are going to need to regroup hard here and think about what they can do to get past this initial point, which Plague are controlling extremely well.
So we're seeing the reverse of what we had in the first game, where it was so difficult in the first round to push through, and then in the second round it was so easy to go through. This time they breezed through first time, and now London Dragons really struggling to just get that momentum going.
No, they have moved just over the bridge, but straight away Plague are on there and not letting them keep control.
So this bridge causing to be a bit of a hassle as we see a couple of people fall into the drink there.
Orisa pulling Brigitte off the edge. 3 team members down from the London Dragons.
So I think change of tactics required from London Dragons.
Yeah,
as they're still stuck in their own base. They've got 2.5 minutes left to go, and they're taunting on the payload.
Now that's got to make the London Dragons angry. Maybe they can bring out some rage. Come on, London Dragons.
They need something right now because currently they're going backwards. So here we go. Another push attempt coming out. Oh, he's going to fall off. Yeah,
Lucio taking that boop opportunity. And without that shield, Bastion able to just mow everyone down.
4 down again, 5 down on the side of London Dragons. 3 ultimates ready on the side of Plague. So, I mean, even if London Dragons can do some serious push now, Plague are ready. They've got the tools in their arsenal.
They've got the defense there. Symmetra trying to chase off that Bastion.
Oh,
but
can he get 2? He does. Lovely play from 1940s Plague.
Yeah, he is the strongest Omnic.
So, 1 minute 40 left to go.
Right. 1.5 minutes. This is the time that London Dragons need to take control of the payload. We've got 4 ults ready on the side of Plague.
It takes 3 to take down 1940s Plague. And maybe that's going to be enough to get them to break through now. As we can see, it's going to come through the back. Is he going to be able to take him down? Heals are there. So, no, nothing doing, and he's going to fall. It's a nice attempt, but they're just not getting anything done.
I think London Dragons need to work much more together here. They seem to be going out one by one, and that's far too easy for Plague to deal with.
These lasers on the back line.
Yep, those Symmetra turrets are extremely annoying, and you've got to keep an eye on those, especially in a position like this.
So here we go. Potentially another push coming out from London Dragons. Big ult coming out. Very grouped on the side of Plague. Can London Dragons make the most of this? They can't. Reinhardt actually forced into the drink. Doesn't look over just yet. The ults are there for Plague when they want to use them.
Zarya on the team, on the side of Plague, still has got her ult ready to hold them in place. There's 14 members down from London Dragons with still 2 ults left on the side of Plague.
30 seconds on the clock.
We've got a tire from Junkrat, but is that going to be enough to give the London Dragons space they need to take this payload? Not managed to get it around the first corner. The tire's coming out. Can it do any damage?
Oh, the wall coming out from Plague.
Nope, the tire is taken out.
So, 10 seconds left to go. Oh, triple kill.
Bastion just mowing people down, and an ult from Zarya just to finish off. I think this one has been quite a convincing win for Plague. Oh, overtime, London Dragons still have a chance.
And that is going to burn out. GG.
Good game. First game of this round goes to Team Plague.
So it's pretty convincing, much more than the first game, but there were still some opportunities there, some nice plays, but as you said, a lot of solo plays going off, players going off on their own around the back.
Absolutely.
We saw the Reaper jumping up at the start.
Yeah. Team Plague seemed to be working together much more as a unit, especially with their little distractions that they were pulling off. There's an excellent nuke.
What
obviously.
a beautiful nuke there. And
I
it's
mean,
not
to be
over.
honest, when isn't a nuclear bomb going to win a fight?
Exactly, yeah. So,
Right, we will get set up for the second map, which is going to be back to Nepal.
swapping a player now. They're substituting at the moment. Huh? We're changing the map, yeah. Oh, should we do the map war? Do you want? We're going to do the map talk. So, heading to Nepal now.
Yep, Nepal.
And
Again.
if you're London Dragons, I mean, we talked about it in the first game about needing a reset. If anyone needs a reset now, it's them after that. That was pretty brutal.
Plague are bringing in a substitute. We're going to say goodbye to HMS Dragon, and in comes Grey Mania.
And I thought this was really sweet. I thought, a substitute, maybe, he's got to go, maybe like he's hurt himself, something like that. But the Plague just want to make sure that all of their players get enough play time on there. And I think that's really nice. And that's kind of what we were talking about Esports Scotland, what it's about.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so that's really, really lovely to see that. I mean, if they've swapped out this player now, and they just had such a dominant performance, if it doesn't go their way in this next game after swapping out the player, how are they going to feel about that for that player?
Maybe they swap back.
Maybe they might swap back.
It's going to make it harder for London Dragons because they've just played a game against a particular team, and maybe now they've got a slight idea how that team works. Maybe it's quite clever from Plague to bring in a sub at this point, throw London Dragons off of any scent that they had.
Yeah, it's true. I'm trying to think, how did Plague do in Nepal versus...
It
was close.
It was one each, and then they lost the third one. It was very, very close.
It was their stronger of the two maps.
Yeah, absolutely.
So.
Maybe they had the 99%.
Yeah. So,
yes.
So that's got to be worrying further for London Dragons. Now you're going into Plague's strong map.
Yeah.
This is where they're comfortable.
Yeah. It was an extremely good fight from both teams there last time. Plague got a bit of experience now playing on this map. London Dragons, their first time in the tournament playing on this map. But again, that switch up of the player for Plague, is that going to be beneficial or is it not? We're going to have to see how that plays, and are London Dragons going to be able to actually defend and keep that hold on a zone if they get it?
So all eyes on Grey Mania.
Yes.
The new boy who's come on.
So what we got here, we have a triple tank and triple support on the side of Plague. That seems quite popular today.
Does seem to be the meta of Esports Scotland.
Yes, on the side of London Dragons, we have 2 DPS, 2 healers, and 2 tanks. Arissa is the best tank in the game, honestly.
Why is that?
Because she's a robot horse. What more reason do you need?
Fair. No, that obviously. Sorry, I thought maybe I was thinking about strategy, stats, damage, but no.
No, she's a robot horse.
Robot horse.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, and here we have Team Plague head into the middle. London Dragons should be getting there on the other side. No Roadhogs this time. We saw 2 Roadhogs last time.
I really like Roadhog on this map. I just think it lends itself. You've got such good opportunities. But obviously we say that the fight is going to start off pretty quickly. So London Dragons, they've got to do this now. They've got to assert themselves here.
Plague have gone straight over to the side of London Dragons to stop them at getting anywhere near the zone.
So both sides are going to lose someone straight off the bat. And who's going to capture this first point? It does go the way of Plague, but it's still heavily contested at the moment. Going to get bumped. Doesn't quite fall off at the moment, but now...
Arissa taken out, Arissa.
What a pin.
Yes.
It's going to take out the Diva nice and quickly. So 12% already. The Reinhardt ult ready to go. Really, really strong in this kind of close quarters.
Yep.
So he's just hiding at the back.
We've got... See, the ults are building up quite quickly on the side of Plague, not quite as quickly on the side of London Dragons. Plague now have control, and as we saw last time, they don't like letting go of that control once they have it.
No, quite interesting though. They're holding back at the point. They're not pushing forward and defending from the door. They're wanting the fight to come in here.
Yeah, I think they want to bring London Dragon in to give them the opportunity to use the environmental kills.
Yeah.
Reinhardt pinning Brigitte against the wall there. General UK as Zenyatta taking out the big German.
Also, big ult being put down from Plague. Are they going to be able to combo anything with it? That's 4 down on the side.
That was a good push from the side of London Dragons, but unfortunately Plague just held it down.
And it seemed like just because they had those ults online, it wasn't a really strong push. They were in a good position, but then those ults just shut it down.
Yep. We've got Orissa's ult and Diva's ult building up on the side of London Dragons.
Oh, the Reinhardt ult not really connecting there. But he does actually get a kill with the push. And now Jig's going to go down as well. We've got another ult online. 5 of the members of Plague on fire. 2 ults online.
Yep.
It's going to be really tricky to push through if you are London Dragons.
Yeah, now you see Plague have gone forward to that initial entrance, which is a real tight choke point and really hard for anyone to get through.
So I've noticed the junk grab we have now because this is the kind of place where that tire could swing the game.
Absolutely. Now we've got the bongos ready for Orisa on the side of London Dragons.
But I've got to say 95%. If you've got to do it, you've got to go now.
Yeah, this is the last chance.
Oh, pinned all the way to the back.
The first round goes to Team Plague. Oh, bye-bye, Orisa.
Ooh. Near team wipe at the end there. So round 1.
How could you be so mean to a robot horse? She's just cute. I mean, she's a murder machine.
So. Oh.
What's going on?
Just having some tech issues there. So another pretty decisive victory from Plague there.
I don't know why that's happened. Does anyone connected? Is it working?
It's just going to have to riff a little bit here for 1 second. I mean, we can see the game. It's not the best view we've had of the game so far.
Sorry, technical difficulty.
So while we desperately attempt to reconnect the Xbox One controller, we can actually see that Plague again continuing this strong streak, just shutting down London Dragons on the control point. So it looks like until we get this sorted, we're going to be sticking with Jabba UK for now. And just seeing a dirty POV from Jabba UK.
Apologies for the technical difficulties, guys.
Okay, so for this, we're going to be watching from Jabba UK's perspective with a lovely please reconnect the Xbox controller over the top. So I have to see, just slowly walking through as Reinhardt. 50% on the point for Plague, and 3 ultimates available. Means there we go. Right. So, big fight coming up of the way. London Esports, London Dragons need to get something on the board right now, 0%. And they just seem to be falling constantly. They're going to be going on next to face the team that took down Plague as well, so they're going to need to pull something out of the bag for that. As we approach 75% with 3 ultimates available for Plague, how are London Dragons going to force through this? They're going to regroup. Actually, they're being taken down at the moment. There seems to be a fight taken just outside of the base. It seems like Plague like to do this once they've taken the objective. 2 being pushed off the side by Plague means that London Dragons actually now are starting to take some kills to their own. They can maybe use this to their advantage. Lots are falling now on the side of Plague. That's 3 down. London Dragons are on the point, finally contesting. It's taken overtime, but now with the 99% Rechief for Plague. This is where London Dragons can maybe start their comeback.
London Dragons actually getting a foothold on the point here.
Oh, the
Meteor
overtime is
strike
falling.
coming
They
in.
catch it though. Whew. We've been here before.
Yes, it could go any way at this point. We've got a hamster on the field.
Oh no, this is the hamster.
The wheel of death begins.
That is terrifying.
Yes.
So, they need to just grab this point now. This could be the big turning point for the entire series if they can get some momentum on their side, get some confidence going, and maybe take out some of the players on Play Gaming. But doesn't seem to be happening right now.
London Dragons doing their best to keep up the contesting. Sorry, I think a bit of a panic ult there, nothing really to follow it up with.
And they will fall.
And Team Plague get their first win of the series.
So, that's both sets going to Plague now.
Yeah, both sets go into Plague. So
well played from both teams. I mean, you just got to learn. You got to just got to think about what happened and move on and learn. If you're London Dragons there.
No. Apologies for the technical difficulties during that bit there. What can we do? But
so London Dragons will be moving on now to face Dirty Rats.
yeah, no, London Dragons will now face the Dirty Ratters.
Yeah. Dirty Ratters,
Yeah.
who took out Plague in the first
yes.
series.
And so if London Dragons lose to Dirty Ratters, then it will be Dirty Ratters and Plague going through to the finals.
Right, so London Dragons need to get a win here.
Yeah.
And how do you reckon they can? I mean, we haven't seen these two teams face up against each other. The play styles might be very different.
Well, I do think that at the end there, the London Dragons got it together really well.
Yeah.
And if they continue to mesh that way, then maybe they'll have a chance at taking out the Dirty Ratters and getting into the finals. They tried really hard, but it looks like the Dirty Ratters had the map knowledge, which I think was the biggest thing.
So map knowledge and maybe lack of team play from London Dragons, winning that for Plague. We'll be right back.
Yeah, we'll just get the next one set up.
Yep.
That was a good game.
Oh, amazing. Loved it. Loved every second of it.
Right, I'm here with team captain of Plague. How do you feel that one going?
Ah, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Better than the first one.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I feel like we need to warm up a little more.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know if we'll win. Like, if we do go through to the final, I don't know if we'll win.
Yeah.
But I feel like we'll do better.
Okay, that second match, you seemed a lot stronger. There was a lot more momentum going on.
Yeah.
Do you think that was anything to do with the character changes, or just because you'd warmed up a little bit?
Warmed up, and because we played the first match, we were a lot more hyped, I think. We were a lot more excited for it. So when we came into the match, it was like, go, go, go.
And how did you feel switching to Grey Mania? Did it help you? Did it
Well,
hinder you?
the thing is, the reason we told everyone to keep an eye on him was he is our secret weapon.
Yeah.
He runs and plays aggressive. That's what he does. He's a flanker. Like, that's what you've got to watch out. He's a flanker.
Yeah, that seemed to be your tactic on the PAL especially, was on the Rialto, was the flanking.
Yeah.
That
The hide and
sort
seek.
of push was,
Yeah.
I think it threw London Dragons a little bit off there.
Yeah. The thing is, they had a trap placed where we were going, so it was like they were scouting it out, but they just couldn't capitalise on it. So it was a smart play by them, but they just couldn't capitalise.
Well, we're about to see London Dragons face Dirty Ratters, and
Then we'll see what happens from there.
Hello, and we are back for the third series of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. London Dragons facing up against Dirty Ratters. Still here, Will G, with Craig.
Hi, I'm Craig from Esports Scotland.
So we've had a few technical difficulties, but I think we've got it all under control now. Looking forward to London Dragons versus Dirty Ratters. So London Dragons obviously just have come off a pretty difficult game.
Yeah, kind of destroyed against Plague, but they've had a chance to warm up now. They're hyped. I've had a chat to the team. They're ready to go.
I mean, they've got such a good attitude towards it, though. They're just happy to be
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
It must be challenging to come all the way up from London and then have that, but let's see more.
Well,
let's hopefully it won't carry on.
Speaking to one of the team members earlier, they did say to me that before the qualifiers earlier in the year, they'd only been playing the game for just over a month.
Oh, wow.
So they're relatively new to the whole Overwatch thing.
Wow.
And they like games. They love them. So as soon as they started playing together, they were like, right, let's go and do a competition.
Oh, that's amazing. That's such a good attitude to have towards
Absolutely.
it. And yeah, I mean, it gives you a new perspective on watching the gameplay now to know that, because I think you can tell from Plague and Dirty Rats, those guys have their plans down. They know what they're doing. They know each other's playstyle very well. And whereas London Dragons seems to just be coming in. Let's just see what happens. Let's just have fun.
Right.
So I'm still supporting London Dragons. Let's go.
London Dragons have said to me
UK.
that the map that they excel on is Hanamura, which is the third map. So if they can get at least one win, they can get onto the third map and show us what they can really do.
Well, of course, maybe they were just sandbagging that first game. Maybe they were just testing it out, seeing what was up. And now maybe we might see some...
Lulling us into a false sense of security.
So, what about this draft?
Right, we've got on the side of Dirty Ratters, we've got a double tank, a Bastion and a Torbjorn. A Mercy, only one heals, because we've got a Hanzo instead of a second heals. Maybe they don't think they need that extra heals. Maybe they think they've got enough power.
I mean, if you are Dirty Ratters, you've got to be confident coming in. You maybe just try some different stuff out.
Yeah. Tracer now instead of the other DPS that we had. On the side of London Dragons, we're going with a classic 2-2-2. General UK sticking with the Junkrat. The General UK's Junkrat did a lot of damage for London Dragons, so maybe they can use that.
Come on, London Dragons, let's go.
Come on, London Dragons.
Let's get a solid defense off the start. It's looking pretty good. They've taken one out.
Bastion down, which is always a big deal.
The Tracer on the back line. It's not a Tracer, actually.
Oh, dear. Reinhardt going in and just slamming that Bastion down.
Oh, here we go. They start to fall from London Dragons. 4 down. 5 down. 6 down. Full team wipe.
Right, here we go. The Dirty Ratters are taking that payload all the way to the first point after a team kill. London Dragons going to regroup and try and stop them at that second point.
I mean, they've got to kill.
Yeah, they got to kill. They took out the Bastion, which is a really hard thing to do. Dirty Ratters obviously have the experience, but look at London Dragons. They're working together. They know what they're doing.
Reinhardt managing to pin one all the way back out of position.
Yeah, we've got a shatter ready on the Dirty Ratters and only 14 members left on the London Dragons right now.
So here we go, Junkrat. He's got his tie. This could be a really good opportunity to use one if he can survive. For now, he's getting a lot of fire force.
They don't know he's there, do they?
He does get picked off in the end.
Yeah, maybe he's going to save that tire for another point when there's some people can follow it up with.
Yeah, that's true. He probably would have done a bit of damage there, but nothing.
3 Dirty Ratters on fire, and we got 3 ults ready. We got Moira's ult building up, and Junkrat's ult ready on the side of London Dragons.
So a little bit of baiting going on around the back here.
Yeah.
To draw them out of position. So they had a defense set up, but then because one came out, just totally ruined it. And now when the payload actually is coming in, they're not ready, and they've just been cleaned up.
Yeah.
All 6 on fire.
Yeah. They're running the classic pirate ship here. Bastion on the payload, just constantly moving forward. Symmetra's got her ultimate, which is an infinite in-size barrier.
Ooh.
London Dragons need to regroup here, because that is the second checkpoint that Plague have made it to.
So
Dirty Ratters, I apologize.
6 minutes remaining. And they said they came here to have fun. I hope they are.
Yep. They
not
know what they're doing.
This is pretty strong here. 2 down on the side of Plague.
Well done.
That's 3 down now.
They managed to take out Arissa's ultimate. Mercy brings back the Bastion, but then Junkrat manages to take out Swagasaurus' Reinhardt anyway.
So some serious defense actually coming up now from London Dragons.
London Dragons have certainly got it together.
That's a big ult as well. They're going to be all held in place. Do they have anything to combo that up with? It doesn't look like it.
Unfortunately, no follow-ups there.
It's a shame. The ult was really well placed. And McCree actually taking out 4 there. Wow. So it was a really good defense, though, for a minute there. They were holding it.
They held it, and they just need to do that again. Dirty Ratters have 5 minutes here to get it not very far. Again, this is a place where it can be held, though, right at the end. There's nowhere to kind of get in and do problems.
However, the positioning there.
Yeah.
From Dirty Ratters
right next to the spawn.
Strong.
They do have a chance to get out there and stop it.
So they are looking like they're going to take this game decisively. So well done.
Dirty Ratters managed to get the payload all the way. London Dragons are going to get a chance to attack
So
now.
big support for Dirty Ratters coming out there. There were moments in that game, though, really, really strong defense from London Dragons.
London Dragons working much more cohesively than they have done so far.
Yeah, so we can just hold on to those moments and just ignore the bits where, you know, the whole other team come around the back, wipe everyone out, and then just work through. Just forget about those bits. Just focus on the defense.
Yeah.
Because the defense is solid.
You have to bear in mind that Dirty Ratters are, they're rated around 3,500, whereas most of London Dragons are relatively low golds. They don't have as much experience in the game at all. They haven't played as many seasons, but they, as a team, have been together before. The London Dragons are actually a professional paintball team.
Okay.
They've done stuff before. They're wearing their cool logos and their shirts. They know how to work as a team because they've done it in other things. So can they transfer those skills over to this?
I mean, it's not looking likely, but maybe afterwards just go out the back, have a big paintball match.
Yeah.
See what happens there.
Yeah, come on. We'll fight you with some paintballs.
Yeah, IRL. Fight me IRL, basically, is what's happening here. So we got some hammy.
We got a hammy. Swagasaurus Rex bringing out the hamster. Oh, bit of a cheeky move there. Dangerous.
Styling on this.
I mean, no other Overwatch character can do that, Curly. Go on.
Whoa. Oh, no.
Oh, is he stuck?
Got to run up the wall there.
The maneuverability that Hammond has is incredible.
Seems really cool.
The problem is with Hammond, people don't use him in the right way. People use him as a frontline tank, which he isn't. He's someone who needs to get in, do some damage, and disappear as fast as possible.
So let's see. Can London Dragons do this? Come on, guys.
Oh, going around for a little sneaky turn to the right, although Dirty Ratters know this tactic.
Oh, right in there with the
for it.
Hammond. Bounces through everyone.
Right, well, we got Hammond causing problems in the back.
What can he do, though? So, as you say, just come in, do a bit of damage, get out.
That's
Coming around,
right.
sweeping in, just ruining the positioning there of London Dragons. And now, surely the rest of Plague are going to come in and try and take advantage of that. But they're not really getting too much on. Actually, 2 falling quite quickly.
Oh, Hammond's gone.
So, Hammond's down. Can London Dragons capitalize on the lack of a hamster on the field?
Seradol UK giving a wee wave as Diva. Diva is
taking a lot of damage.
Excellent character to just keep that constant damage coming.
So Diva on Diva, taking a lot. It feels like it only needs a little bit more, and we can see that now. Diva's coming in, pushing him off.
Nearly pushes Diva off the edge.
Wow, what a move there from Saradol, but she looks like she's going to fall, and she will. Got the nuke available. Is she going to use it? She's got quite a lot of health. No need to at the moment. So.
Seradol UK demeched and killed there, unfortunately. Whereas Dilzos
Might be a
Diva
good
has a
opportunity
nuke ready.
To use the nuke. It's pretty close off. Actually going to go down. So.
Well, it looks like London Dragons are struggling to get that payload round the first corner. They've got it over the bridge, which is one of the hardest things, but they now need to capitalize on that before Dirty Ratters get a chance to push it back all of the way.
I was going to say, they have got it over the bridge, but it's slowly sneaking back over. Here we go. Hammond coming in. Going to split up that positioning. He's got the ultimate available.
Yeah, that zone denial of Hammond's ult could be
wow,
really
what a move. And 4 down on the 5 down. Full team wipe.
Team kill again for the Dirty Ratters. London Dragons have got an uphill battle here, but there's still 2 minutes. There's a chance they can turn it around and get some control.
So there was a nuke there that I don't think I quite caught.
Hammond dropped his mines.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Area denied. Hammond doesn't talk. The mech that he's in talks.
Oh, okay. I see.
For instance, Hammond will squeak and the mech will go, that's swearing, I'm not saying that.
Oh, okay, right. It's a safe stream.
Yeah.
It's a safe place at Esports Scotland. Oh, saying that, it's not safe if you're London Dragons right now because this hamster is doing damage. Oh, can he? Oh,
didn't get back to the zone.
Let him live.
Hammond just.
What is this? Oh, he's sending him into the drink as well. Someone stop this hamster. No, more going.
It's just a swinging ball of death, but he's taken out by one of Symmetra's turrets. Is this now the chance London Dragons needed to push that payload round that first corner? If they can get round that first corner, it's not too hard to get the rest of the way.
So I know I said at the start of this game that I was supporting London Dragons, but Hammy.
Yeah,
that Hammy's out. That Hammy plays are happening.
Is showing us what a hamster can do.
Oh, and as we say that, is he going to get involved here?
Takes out Symmetra's teleporter.
And here
3
we
of
go.
the Dirty Ratters on fire, and only 2 of the London Dragons left alive. Just 1. Symmetra's on her own.
A lot of ultimates available for London Dragons.
Hammond's dropped his ult again, and Hammond's actually just fallen off the edge by killing himself. And Doomfist is also dead. London Dragons could get out here and take advantage of it.
They need to come out now, though.
Yeah. Oh, a
Oh,
tire.
here we go. Tire usually. Yeah, go on.
There we go.
I mean, it's useful.
Where is the rest of London Dragons? They need to be getting out there on that payload as soon as possible.
Right now, but they are quite grouped. What have the team got in their arsenal to make the most of that?
We got a shatter ready with Reinhardt.
So London Dragon with the shatter. Is he going to be able to find a good opportunity to use it? Oh, he put to sleep.
Shield back up. Doomfist behind, causing problems. Hammer to the face. Get near that payload. Oh no, Reinhardt, he was 1 step away from that payload. Dirty Ratters win. Unfortunately, that is London Dragons out of the tournament, out of the cup. No, it's not. That's the first map.
I was about to say.
Ignore me. I'm sorry. This has been a long weekend.
Such a bias. Such bias. Come on.
No, London Dragons have got a chance to bring this back. I was completely wrong. London Dragons can win the next one and then take it on Hanamura.
Anyone watching online, our casting desk is right behind London Dragons, and we are getting some evil looks.
Yeah. I believe in you, London Dragons. Jabba on the cards.
Yes.
That's what we like. Round of applause for Jabba being on the cards. Come on, guys. No? Round of applause? No.
No. Not enough to be on the cards. We want to get 1 game. I want them to get 1 single game from London Dragons.
Okay, we are now going on to the next map, which is back to Nepal.
So, yet to see the other 2 maps in circulation.
Yeah.
It usually comes down to Nepal. And probably going to come down to Nepal again here, but hopefully not. Hopefully London Dragons can pull something special out of the bag.
I would love to see London Dragons take this win and then show us what they can do on Hanamura, because like I said, I've been told by the London Dragons that Hanamura is their map.
So no way we can fiddle the books and just make this game on Hanamura.
I wish I could, but we got to be fair.
Oh. Oh wow! So we'll go to Nepal anyway, and see what they can do here.
Now, London Dragons on the POW in the last game is when they managed to start getting things together. And this is the part of the Nepal map that London Dragons actually performed the best on.
This is true.
So maybe London Dragons can get a cap here and win one of the points. I would love to see that.
So everything is lining up for London Dragons right now.
Absolutely.
They've got the map that they work best on, the layout that they work best on.
Yeah.
This is it. Come on, guys.
Yeah. We've seen what you can do.
Jabba just got on the cards.
Yeah,
It's
Jabba.
all swinging in their
No
favor.
pressure, Jabba. Okay, what have we got on the cards? We've got a quadruple. No, every member of the Dirty Ratters has gone support. We've got Anna, we've got Moira, we've got Lucio, we've got Zenyatta, Mercy, and Brigitte. Are they that confident they think they can take it with all supports?
Well, and how are London Dragons going to respond to that?
Well, let's see. London Dragons are coming out with two supports, Lucio and Zenyatta, 2 tanks, Zarya and Diva. Oh wait, we've got a Brigitte. 3 supports now. We've got Brigitte, Zenyatta, and Lucio, and 3 tanks with Diva, Zenyatta, and Zarya.
So let's have a look at this this experimental lineup.
Yep, both teams changing up what they've done previously. London Dragons have got the raw power with the characters there, but Dirty Ratters have the experience.
And the sustain, I would have thought.
But London Dragons coming in really aggressive to start with.
This is what we want to see. This is London Dragons owner, although 2 of them have fallen, 3, 4 have fallen, 5 going down now, so the healing power.
Diva trying her best to stay alive. It looks like
So
Dirty Ratters are going to take
go.
that first point.
So they are going to take the point.
But this is what we saw last time London Dragons played on this map. We saw them not do that well to start with, but get it together and then manage to take that point. So if they can do that again, I don't see why they couldn't take this map.
I mean, with the more experienced players of Dirty Ratters, I'm worried with this healing lineup that unless London Dragons can organise themselves and get damage on individual targets and burst them, they're all just going to keep each other alive for the whole fight.
Wait.
Yes! London Dragons have the point! Let's go! Oh, 3 are dead now, but that's fine. We got the point. We got 6%, 7% on the board.
Well done,
Here
London
we
Dragons.
go.
An excellent bit of distraction work there. Can they keep the point? No. Taken back by Dirty Ratters, but 13% for London Dragons.
Dirty Ratters are shaking in their boots now, looking at that 13% held from the mighty London Dragons. Let's see if they can add any more to that. London Dragons now being forced back into their ship.
Yeah, Dirty Ratters completely forcing them all the way back to the other side of the map.
They did not
Reinhardt
like that.
taking a stun and a mace to the face.
Ooh,
Now,
Tracer sneaking out around the back.
It's at this point the mind games are going to start seeping in, aren't it? Dirty Ratters, they know exactly what they're doing, and they know the London Dragons aren't that experienced, and they're going to use that to their advantage.
I think there's a Tracer on the point, though, capturing the point. So I think, yeah, the point has been
Dirty
captured
London Dragons
by
take the
Tracer.
point, with Dirty Ratters not even knowing what's going on.
So Tracer managing to sneak around the back there and take the point, and the numbers are racking up.
20%, 22%.
Let's go, London Dragons.
Oh, keeping it. Dirty Ratters not able to get it back.
Testing the point almost.
Jabba UK taking out Mercy. Not that she's any good at healing anymore.
So Jabba UK, he's been on the cards and now he's on the point. He's holding it down.
He is doing a great job as Reinhardt. Unfortunately, he's on his own right now. And that looks like Dirty Ratters are taking back the point, but 40% for the London Dragons. Good effort, boys and lady.
So a nice little sneak play from Tracer there.
Yep.
Paying off.
I think Dirty Ratters are going to keep more of an eye on what's going on now at the zone rather than concentrating on keeping them back near their spawn point. Zenyatta just waving.
Just taunting it out.
Oh,
72%.
we've got a ult ready from Symmetra, but it looks like most of the Dirty Ratters are on fire. That's 80%. This is the last chance the London Dragons are going to have
Oh, they are
to get that
capturing the
push
point,
in.
though. They're contesting it now. It's pretty strong. Can they make a final stand here?
Come on, London Dragons. You've got 3 ults there, 2 ults.
Let's use it. Yeah, right, the synergy's out now, surely. 1 down, 2 down on the side.
Tracer
Oh,
takes
Ratters.
out Zenyatta. Oh, Lucio killing the London Dragons, Lucio.
Oh, so we are into overtime now. If London Dragons, they need to secure this point to stay in this game.
I can hear them in the corner saying, focus to Brigitte.
Oh, down, nope. So it looks like, they've come back.
London Dragons still contesting.
Nice evasive play there.
Cyrano
to
UK.
Oh, big squash there.
Reinhardt coming in from the
Jabba.
side, but taken out, unfortunately, by Moira.
Oh, objective secured.
And there we have the first part of Nepal goes to Dirty Ratters, but an absolutely brilliant fight there from London Dragons. Well done, London Dragons. That was an excellent showing, and you've still got a chance to bring this back.
So 39%, the number that will live on in history as the amount that the London Dragons managed to take from Dirty Ratters. Can we see that raise? Maybe
I
even
reckon
more.
right now the Dirty Ratters are scared.
They must be, yeah.
They've seen what London Dragons can do now.
Yeah.
Right, Dirty Ratters, as you can see, they're switching away from their 6-man heal team, and they're bringing out. Oh, are they going all tanks this time? Well, we've got 5 tanks. We got 6 tanks.
6 tanks.
So
on London Dragons, a bit more standard.
yeah, robot horse on both the teams.
That's what you like to see. Big fan of the robot horse.
Hi, Winston. Winston doesn't like it when you call him a monkey. He's an ape.
So, what's going to happen here? The big tank lineup, or pretty much the opposite of the healing lineup. What we're going to see. Still a lot of sustain though.
Yeah, a lot of health, and a lot of shields.
So the hamster just sitting in the back line, doesn't even know he's there.
No, London Dragons actually pushing on to the point.
Oh, so here we go. Can London Dragons take the point? Or is it going to go the way of Dirty Ratters? So 3 down, 4 down. On
Just
the side.
Brigitte and Orisa left.
No, they're all full team gone there. And Dirty Ratters are going to be the ones to take the point.
Yeah. Another team kill for the Dirty Ratters there. They must be feeling pretty confident at this point. Maybe too confident. Maybe London Dragons can use that overconfidence on the side of the Dirty Ratters and try and trick them.
Just rolling through there.
Like a wrecking ball. This is why I don't sing.
So, we've got a Roadhog on fire. That's what I like to see. I want to see more of those hooks.
Yep.
This hamster just kind of being a nuisance at the back.
Once again, Dirty Ratters trying to keep London Dragons away from even getting near that point. Although we do have someone contesting the point. Who is on the point? Oh,
so did they manage to sneak in again? What's going to happen here? So the Roadhog is down.
Tracer, I think, killed herself.
Tracer killed herself there.
Oh, spinning ball of death again.
Oh, what a play here. Really, really nice to just keep going around that pillar, just ruining the positioning.
No, nothing.
Whoa.
The shield can't stop that. London Dragons need to push that point, get a foothold on there. 55% now to Dirty Ratters.
It's not looking good. The Tracer played a big part in getting that crucial 39%. Can she do it again in this one?
Oh, Ceradol UK DMX Diva.
Oh, big slam there. Going to take out 2. Can he make it 3? Not quite. He's going to fool himself. So, 2 down on the side.
Yep, X-Gosu coming in with some brilliant Orisa play.
No. Another suicide there.
Oh, and the hamster comes from behind to cause some problems whilst Orisa has her bongos down, making sure that London Dragons do not get full use of that damage amplification.
So the hamster trying to do damage on the back lines, just trying to ruin any chances of London Dragons taking a single game.
This is the last chance London Dragons have. They have to get on that point.
Oh, the Hammond's coming in from behind.
2,
The
1.
caller's out, and London
And
Dragons.
that game goes to the Dirty Ratters.
So,
unfortunately, London Dragons are out, which is a shame. They fought hard, and they travelled a long way to come here. But congratulations to the Dirty Ratters for going through to the finals against Team Plague.
So just remember, guys, 39%. 39%. It's a lot. 39%.
Yes.
Let's go.
I think I'd like to have a chat with the captain of London Dragons, if possible.
I'll let you.
Yeah. Paul, can I have a chat? Mark, about to do it. Take a seat, buddy. Good. I'm here with the team captain of London Dragons. How's the day been for you?
Long, hard, and yeah, kind of how we expected it to go, but we gave it a good go.
I mean, we know you're the underdogs and you know in there as experienced as the other teams, but you put up a damn good fight.
We tried.
Yeah,
we did try.
that 39%, you know, I thought it could have been a bit more,
Yeah.
and that's the target for you to go to next time. What was the hardest thing for you to do in the game as a team?
To be honest, it's communication. Definitely. We tried a couple of things. We tried the goats comp. We tried other things that we had tried in training and in practice. But to be honest, like they just had much more experience.
Yeah.
They knew how to move around the map, and they took advantage of it. And
Yeah.
they played well. Both teams did play really well.
Yeah, of all 3 teams that have been here today have played well. Unfortunately, that is the end of your experience within the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup this year, but I want to say a massive thank you for entering the Cup in the first place and coming all this way. Thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Right.
It's been a real pleasure.
That was the London Dragons. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Cheers, buddy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the grand final of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. Will G and Craig from Esports Scotland here.
Hey. This has been a long time coming. This started many months ago with contacting Blizzard. And thank you very much to Blizzard Entertainment for letting us use Overwatch for the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. Teams have been fighting it out really hard. Unfortunately, we had to say goodbye to the London Dragons, but we have got 2 fantastic teams, the Dirty Ratters and Team Plague. Let's get a round of applause for the finalists. There we go.
Let's go, guys.
We are best of 5 for the finals, starting with Rialto. We're actually going to get to see the 3rd map this time, no matter what, which is Hanamura.
I was speaking to London Dragons afterwards. They were sure that if they'd have got there, they would have been able to take 1 game at least.
Yeah,
so it's such a shame that we didn't actually get to see that. But first time these teams met up, it went the way of the Dirty Rats, I believe.
Team Plague seem quite confident. I had a wee chat with the captain, Scotty. He sounds like they have had a chat about their tactics, and they think they can take this.
Well, I hope we can get. All the games have been not totally one-sided. When these guys came up before, there were some moments there of really close fighting, but it's been sweeps every time. I believe it's so hopefully now we will get maybe a bit more of a back and forth. I feel like maybe the Ratters were just a bit unaware. I know the Plague were just a bit shaken up the first time they faced them. And now hopefully get some solid teamwork going together and see what we can do here. So let's have a look at the draft. Still got some question marks.
Okay, we've got Team Plague bringing out Orisa and Roadhog for tank. We've got a Widowmaker and a Farah. Scotty Captain going as Lucio, and we've got Moira as the other healer. On the side of the Dirty Ratters, we've only got one tank so far, Roadhog. We've got a very high damage team there with Bastion and Farah. Heals in the form of Mercy and Moira. Mercy isn't someone you see so much lately, as Jeff Kaplan is very happy to nerf her whenever someone says that she's overpowered. So to see Mercy come out at this point in the game's meta is quite an interesting thing, because she's not actually played that much anymore.
So this high damage coming out from Plague, do you reckon that's just holding them back here, just not giving them a chance
possibly
to come through? So we'll have to see how well that works out.
Yeah, we've got Plague defending, and we've got Dirty Ratters on the attack. Roadhog missing with his hook, trying to take Farah out the air, but instead
he's going to... So the being contested at the middle, just over the bridge at the moment, not quite getting it over. I would like to see some flanking plays coming up, maybe from Dirty Ratters.
Yeah, Lucio using the boopage quite nicely. We've got Orisa standing on the payload, constantly putting down that shield, although she's leaving the gap quite a big, large gap underneath the payload. She's putting that shield in front of it to stop in anything coming underneath.
Right. So, Plague looking a bit stronger this time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Solid defense. Oh, Winston going to get caught out while he was waving. Is he going to fall for that? He is.
Had no idea Orisa was behind him there. Oh, unfortunately, Orisa's taken out by Bastion.
Oh no, needs to be careful now. 4 falling on the side of Plague.
Looks like Ratters might actually take the payload a bit further here.
So, but a good showing at the start. You know, this is not the first theories that we saw.
No, absolutely not. They've managed to hold it for a decent amount of time on that first corner. Not too far away from the end of the first checkpoint.
About halfway at this point. So now Plague coming out again, trying to take control of this objective. Scotty A13 getting around the back and actually managing to take out Swagasaurus Rex there, which is going to make this attack a lot easier. See what Plague can do now if they can keep this pressure going, which it looks like they can, but the Diva's going to come in now, doing a lot of damage and forcing them back. Ultimates are available for both teams.
That was another good hold for London Dragons, keeping them back, taking that time down as much as possible. I think Dirty Ratters are going to get to the first checkpoint, but they've got nowhere near as much time as they did when they faced the London Dragons.
Yeah, it looks like it's just coming under the bridge now, and it doesn't look like they have too much to stop this. So we're going to see a pretty aggressive play here coming out from the side of Plague to try and hold it back a little bit more, just wind that clock down as much as they can. And it looks like they're doing it.
Yeah, they're certainly holding. They're working together as a team. McCree is down now, and he was doing a lot of damage.
This is great to see from Plague. 6-player kill streak.
Yeah, only a minute and a half left to get that payload to the first checkpoint. Dirty Ratters actually look to be struggling a bit here to take control. Plague are controlling that payload really well, which is what I like to see.
So this is perfect. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Plague coming out of the gate strong, showing London Dirty Ratters that they're not going to be a pushover this time.
Absolutely.
And while there's still 1 minute 17 to go, they probably are going to get this first point, but it's getting close to maybe not, you know.
Even if they get the point here, they're not going to have a massive amount of time afterwards.
No.
Although that's 3 members of Plague down now with a free reign to push that last few meters for the Dirty Ratters. Diva giving a wee wave. So how many much time? 3 minutes 24 to get to the second checkpoint. Although, like I said, nowhere near as much time as they've had before. A really good defense from Plague.
So hopefully, even though they just lost that payload, I hope Plague are seeing this as a positive. They're thinking, yes, we held it for that time. This is good.
Absolutely. Someone needs to keep an eye on Dilzos' Diva, because she is getting free reign to fly wherever she wants and do damage whenever she wants. We've got 5 ults on the side of the Dirty Ratters at the moment, and only 2 on the side of Plague.
So it looks like Dirty Ratters are trying to force the fight away from the payload. And why is there so much fighting going on over here at the moment? It should be around that payload.
Absolutely.
And distracted, and as we can see, it's just moving its way through the map.
Giving Dirty Ratters free reign to again, just push as much as they need to. It seems like Plague have become a little bit split up here. Although an excellent ult from Soldier from 1940s Plague. Although Sommer didn't like it.
High Noon is going to take out one. And that payload is making its way swiftly to the second checkpoint. It's starting to fall apart a little bit.
London Dragons come in with the defense again, though. We've got a Hamster on the point. Rez on point has switched to Hammond.
Here we go, Hammond. Hammer for play.
Unfortunately,
no!
Hammond's taken down by Diva, and Dirty Riders will get that second checkpoint. Oh, no, 52%. No, there we go. And 3 minutes 35 to go for the final push.
But this is a Dirty Ratters that can maybe hold on a bit here. Hang on.
It's Plague are doing well at keeping Dirty Ratters back.
This is a Plague that could potentially defend quite well.
Yeah.
At this point, just take that confidence from that opening.
Oh, Diva chucks an ult over the top.
Who's it going to take out? No one.
Unfortunately, not just a zone in. McCree takes out McCree.
Plague don't have any ultimates of their own right now to defend this.
No, and they are down by 2 players.
So McCree has his ultimate ready. This could be a dangerous point to unleash that. And that payload is moving quite quickly now.
All 6 members of Dirty Ratters are with the payload. Unfortunately, there's only 1 member of Plague alive, and I think that's all of Plague down now. If they can get on the point, they can still defend. 2.5 minutes, it is totally doable.
Come on, Plague need to show.
Justice Raining from above, taking out the 8.
Yeah, and I think, big 4 down there on the side of Plague. Dirty Ratters.
They are doing their darndest to defend in this point, but Dirty Ratters take it all the way.
Strong game 1.
Now, the question is going to be, will Plague be able to do the same and get it to all 3 checkpoints? What do you think?
I think it's going to be really tough, and I think it's all going to come down to that first checkpoint.
Yeah.
If they can get through that first checkpoint, then they have potential.
Absolutely.
They can use that momentum. But if Dirty Ratters can hold them there, it's just, I think they're just going to get in their own head, and they're not going to be able to go through. So I think this first checkpoint is going to be this set of games.
So you think at this point in the finals, it's quite a lot about mind games?
Yeah, I think maybe when they lost that first checkpoint, it was a bit more negative than it should have been. And you just started to see the players get a little bit more desperate, people moving out around. And I think one of the big crucial moments there was getting baited into fighting much further away from the payload than they needed to. And it just meant that from basically after the bridge round to where we're looking now, the payload was pretty much uncontested.
Yeah.
And they were having to fight in other places.
Dirty Ratters were having free reign on that payload a lot of the time. When Plague managed to get there, not all of the teams seemed to be there at the same time. Now Plague have got the chance to attack. For defense, Dirty Ratters are going with a double tank, double support, double DPS. On the side of Team Plague for attack, we've got 1940s Plague as our favorite hamster boy.
Let's go. I'm worried though. It's early for a hamster. It's early in the day for a hamster. You want to bring it out at the end.
Maybe they're thinking that's going to throw Dirty Ratters off of their game. The movement abilities that Hammond's got. Maybe he's going to try and get behind and do some damage. That swing can quite easily take a whole team off the edge.
And even though when they were playing against London Dragons, obviously London Dragons not as high skill, but the use of the hamster in that was just to break up the fights was so good. So yeah, maybe we can see some just disruption from the hamster.
And here we go, they're taking round to the left instead of going straight to the point. We've seen this tactic before.
So who's going to come out on this first engagement on top? Plague or Dirty Ratters? So
Hammond taking quite a lot of damage there, but retreating just as he should.
So is anyone on the point right now? Yeah, we got one person on the point. I mean, this fight is all well and good, but
Lucio's moving the point along. That's what we need to see.
Yeah, that's better.
Plague are actually doing the right thing here.
Lovely.
They're keeping Dirty Ratters back whilst allowing someone to move the payload forward. Getting around this first corner is an incredibly important part of this map.
Oh, and the lovely pin there is going to push them back. This is great stuff from Plague to just keep this moving. 4 on the point as well while they're doing all this aggression.
Absolutely. And 2 down for the Dirty Ratters. I don't think they expected Plague to come out the gates quite this offensive, quite this aggressive. At this point, Plague are going to get the first checkpoint quicker than Dirty Ratters did.
And look at where the fight is happening. Look at where they're forcing this fight to happen on the bridge. They haven't even got the checkpoint yet.
No, but someone is with that checkpoint. They're moving the point along.
This hamster, so far away, and it's just zoning them right out. Wonderful stuff. If someone falls in the drink there. And the first checkpoint.
5 minutes left. That is much more time than the Dirty Ratters had. That must make Team Plague feel good.
Oh, that is a strong ultimate, though, coming out from the side of Dirty Ratters.
Unfortunately, nothing to follow it up, though.
No, they do pick off 4 actually from that.
Oh.
Just this. Oh, and 5. So we've a bit of a retort from Dirty Ratters.
Yeah.
So
Plague have got to regroup here. Hamster out there doing some damage, but he's on his own. Not much he can do.
So now make sure they don't go one by one after this. You know, we get together. They've got 4 ultimates online.
Yes.
On the side of Plague. So let's see if we can get some combos going.
Looks like they've got control again.
Fight. Can we see anything happening from here? The hamster's just asleep on the floor. Nothing really going. But the fight is being forced out of the zone, which is exactly what we want to see.
And again, someone is on that payload, moving it forward. Well, the tanks are just keeping space for the team. The tanks are doing exactly what they should do. They're creating space for Team Plague, not letting Dirty Ratters get anywhere near that payload. Team Plague here are just, they haven't stopped. I haven't seen that payload stop apart from when it was on the bridge just after the first checkpoint.
4 minutes still to go and 3 on the checkpoint, on the cargo as it's moving forward. And they're not looking to slow down here. 2 falling on the side of Dirty Ratters. Plague putting the pressure on now.
Oh, 3 down for Dirty Ratters. HMS Dragon absolutely rocking that Zarya.
So
and
2 checkpoints secured.
There's the second checkpoint, and then still 5 minutes to go.
So as I said before the game started, I really think it's going to come down to that first checkpoint. They took it with such ease, and they're just using that momentum to just keep on going. Looks like they're having a little bit of trouble up the hill now, though. Who's going to come out of this fight on top?
Again, this corner at the start of the 3rd checkpoint is quite hard to get around. It's very enclosed, but it's about who gets that control. And right now, it looks like Dirty Ratters have that control.
So Dirty Ratters taking out 3 there. Just putting a halt to this this train that's been going through their territory at the moment. Just saying, all right, take a breather. Everyone regroup.
Still over 4.5 minutes left here. They can do this.
So, but I think if you're Plague, you just got to keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Regroup, push. So how are Plague gonna make the most of this situation here? So there's quite a difficult situation to push up. But that ultimate is huge.
Oh my goodness.
Do they have anything to follow up with though? I think they got stunned.
Instead it takes the other. And we are back in, Emma.
Thank you, Scotty. So, Plague there, saving the day, maybe trying to get a little bit of favour with Esports Scotland.
Yeah.
We'll send you an invite, we'll get you back in the game.
So just to remind you what has happened, both teams have got it all the way, but as you can see, Dirty Ratters have a lot more time than Plague. So
Plague only have 24.
Yeah, Plague
seconds.
are on they're attacking now, they're on the payload, but they've only got 20 seconds. Dirty Ratters just need to stop them getting anywhere, and then when they go, they just have to get it past the point that Plague have.
Okay, so it's going to be quite an interesting matchup here. So if you are Plague, you need to really send this home.
Although,
and they're doing a pretty good job. That's 1 down on the side of Dirty Ratters.
And we're into overtime. The whole game will stay in overtime now if they can push it.
So Plague needing to get rid of these players and just push that point. But they're so chucked up at the moment. Justice raining from above. That is going to do so much damage. 3 down on the side of Plague. Dirty Ratters.
Scotty coming in and saving it. He is not letting that overtime tick down, but that looks like it is their final position.
And what a play from Dirty Ratters there.
Yeah. So Dirty Ratters have to get it just round the corner to take the first game.
So is there a way that Plague can just go super defensive on this? Is there any kind of strategy that they can come up with now to just really block wall off?
They are going to, the main thing is that they're going to have to work together and be aware of what is going on around them. They can't start concentrating on the individual little things because they're going to get picked apart. The way that they're going to win this is by working as a unit. If they see a target they need to take out, they need to shout out, that is the target that we need to get. They need to work as a cohesive unit and communicate. Otherwise, Dirty Ratters, they've got 3 minutes 20 to get it 35 meters and 8 seconds.
So it's a big ask.
It is a big ask, but we've seen Plague pull out some amazing plays so far in this Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. Anything can happen.
I mean, they got the 99% sweep.
They did get the 99% sweep.
And
that was impressive.
This is not as difficult as that, I would say. Potentially.
Potentially. I've seen it held for less for longer.
Yeah.
You know, so this is totally doable for Plague. But Dirty Ratters are going to know that they've only got that 35 meters to push. the mind games are going to be coming in here. Again, like we were saying, Plague are going to be worried. Dirty Ratters are going to be confident.
So let's go.
What are you teabagging, Brigitte? There's nothing there.
So this opening is crucial. I feel like Plague are quite far back here.
Yeah.
They do not have far to get that
No.
thing. And Plague are just deciding to defend more around the corner. So the payload already moving up quite far, but now Plague starting to come out of the box. Can't come back, but Dirty Ratters are actually sending some people around the back to kind of mess up this formation that Plague have got. Is it going to be effective? No.
Mercy trying to res, but failing as Scotty takes her out as Zenyatta.
And every second is so important right now.
Absolutely.
So
Although Plague are holding. Dirty Ratters haven't moved it very far. 2.5 minutes left, and only that tiny bit to get, but Plague seem to be working together quite well.
nice play here from HMS Dragon. Just I don't really think anyone is aware of what she's doing.
No, I don't think anyone knows she's above firing those rockets down. Brigitte Shield's nearly out there. Oh,
So,
and
but the problem is
final.
right now 3 are down on the side of Plague. 1 is on that payload. It's already moving up. These plays were nice, but they weren't around the payload. 2 is on it. They're going
5
to move
meters
it up,
left to go.
and that
Reinhardt
might
being a
just
helicopter.
be game.
First game of the finals goes to Dirty Ratters. Plague put up an incredible fight. They still have another 2 games that they can try and get it back on, as we are in best of 5.
So
Scotty, play of the game as Zenyatta. Always like to see a healer with play of the game.
So let's have a look here. Gets 1. Gets 2.
The aiming skills, taking a fire out
Yeah,
in the skies as
3.
Zenyatta, that is quite impressive.
Lovely stuff. So close.
Very close.
Close series there.
All right, we're going to get set up for the next map, which is again Nepal.
So Nepal. I feel confident. I'm going to say Plague are going to win this set in Nepal
you think so?
because they showed so much strong. They were so much stronger there than they were in the first time they faced them, and like it was really anyone's game.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just came down to how quickly they took it there. And Nepal, they were really strong in the first time, so maybe now we can see finally someone take a set off Dirty Ratters, who are flawless so far.
So far, yes. Yeah. This is going to be a good map. Nepal. Sorry, one second.
Also,
Apologies, just sorting out the technical difficulties again. But yes, we are about to go into Nepal, and like you were saying, we've seen what Plague can do on Nepal. We've seen them have that 99% and hold it. We know that they know what they're doing. And by this point, they've got to have an idea what the Dirty Ratters are doing.
on the flip side of that, though, Dirty Ratters now maybe having a bit more respect for Plague. Maybe now starting to see, oh, okay, these guys are coming out and kind of challenging us now. So maybe we might see a bit more of an aggressive play from them. So it's definitely their game to lose.
Yeah, no quadruple supports or quadruple tanks or anything.
I do.
Oh, right, cool.
I do doubt that we're going to see any of those more clowny lineups that we saw in the first game. But you never know. Maybe might see. More hammies. More hammies.
Yeah, just have 12 hammies, hey? 12 hamsters fighting. So we are on the POW. First character selected is Doomfist.
Doomfist. What's the optimum situation for Doomfist to come out in? Where do you think that's when we need a Doomfist?
We need a Doomfist when there's tanks, because Doomfist's ability to stun, it takes Reinhardt's shields down. It can stop Orisa putting down her fortify or stop her putting down her shield. Doomfist's biggest thing is that rocket punch when he stuns people, and that leaves that person open for everyone else to take out. If they're a good Doomfist player, they can use the combos, but we don't even know if they're using Doomfist because they seem to have switched.
I feel like we might be having some tech issues. Some more tech issues. But we've got 18 seconds to sort them out, and we've got a strong team here at Esports Scotland, so I feel like that's not going to be a problem. And just HMS Dragon. Sorry? He needs a controller, I think.
Is it working?
Are we good?
Yeah, we are good. So we are going.
Cool.
Right, so what do we have? We have, on the side of Dirty Ratters, we've got Reinhardt, Diva, and Zarya, a triple tank with a triple support. And on the side of Plague, we've got we've got Winston and Diva as tank. And we've got healers in the form of Zenyatta and Moira. And straight away, aggressive play from the Dirty Ratters.
So the control point is unlocked. So whoever gets on top of this fight is going to be on a big advantage. And so far, it is looking like Dirty Ratters are the ones that are making the most of this. 3 down now on the side of Plague. 4 down, 5 down. So it's going to be the first point going to Dirty Ratters as we see that percent start to tick up. So what can Plague do?
Plague are going to have to regroup hard and take that point. We know that Plague are capable of taking that point when it's 99% because we've seen that happen already today.
Sure
Dirty Ratters are going to work hard to defend that point.
Sure, they're not going to want to let it get to that stage.
No.
But right, well, now I see some interesting play here from the Diva coming around the back. Can she do anything to disrupt this kind of the organization here? She's got the nuke available if she needs, and it's quite a tight situation. She's not going to do it now. 2 going down on the side of Plague of Dirty Ratters, and it's looking like Plague are coming out on top here. Can they contest the point? The fight is strong, but it's not taking place on the point. They need to get back to that point.
Yeah, they're 1 each on the point, and Dirty Ratters have managed to push back that contest, but there's still 2.
Here we go, 2 on the point. Let's see what they can do. Come on, Plague. Starting to put pressure down here now.
Dirty Ratters don't want them to have it.
Up to 50% now for Dirty Ratters.
But Plague are there. Plague are there, and they're not letting up. Oh, that's 2 down on the side of Dirty Ratters.
3 down.
Plague can take this now.
They have 3 ults available if they want to use it as well, and they have muscled them off the point.
There we go. Plague are now in possession of the zone.
So Plague.
Plague are taking the... Plague have the point, and they are trying to keep Dirty Ratters back as much as possible. Oh, Lucio's got his ult, and he's breaking it down while Zarya has that ult on him, defending the team. And looks like a big fight outside of anywhere near the zone. Plague are not letting anyone take that point.
So 4 down now on the side of Plague. It's gonna be a tight one. They really don't want to give this up now, but it looks like Dirty Ratters have their number, and they are going to take the point back. 4 on fire for the side of Dirty Ratters, and that percent is now going to tick up.
So with 70 for Dirty Ratters, and Plague have 40%. If they can get back on the point, it's still doable.
So, and now I like this play from Dirty Ratters. They kind of want to force a fight away. I think they baited them in. And now, here we go. They're clashing of horns again. Who's going to come out on top? Ultimates available only for Dirty Ratters. And they're going to use them to effect, hopefully. They're not even needing them at this point. Taking out 4 on the side of Plague with ease.
Grand 101 as Lucio doing more damage than heals.
So 95%. It's going to tick up. And the fight's so far away from the point that unless someone can sneak on there and start contesting, it is going to go the way of Dirty Ratters in this game 1.
First point to Dirty Ratters.
So, so we're just swapping out some batteries at the moment.
War isn't a game.
So, as we prepare for this game 2 of series, round 2 of game 2 would be the correct way of saying it.
Round 2 of game 2.
Round 2 game 2, round game series, tournament,
yeah,
esports.
Overwatch is lovely
games.
because they have like 4 different game modes that are completely different.
Yeah.
And here we go. Dirty Ratters and Plague both head into that point, and Plague seem to be the ones that get there first.
So I'm sure the memories of the 99% are going to be haunting both teams here.
Absolutely.
So let's see if Plague can come out strong. It looks like they can.
Oh,
Taking
say
solid.
goodbye to Reinhardt.
He's going to fall here. Looks like Plague are holding strong, but they're starting to lose a lot of health. Diva looks pretty low. That's 2 going to fall off on the side. Diva's down. The point being contested, but it looks like Dirty Ratters are starting to bring that back.
Oh, and Junkrat with a tire. Can that change what's going on the point right now? No one's capped it, but it looks like Dirty Ratters are taking control.
4 down on the side of Plague means that Dirty Ratters are going to be able to take the point, and the percents start to tick up.
Junkrat seems very happy about that.
Junkrat being a really important character in this series.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this tournament in general, it just seems to be really vital.
Those tires are being done in the right places at the right times, and it is ruining it for the other teams.
So I like this now, though, from Plague, grouping up as a team, coming around. A lot of ultimates available on the side of Dirty Ratters, though. And oh no, Diva's going to fall!
Diva gets pushed off the edge without a chance of using her ultimate. Is this a chance for Plague to take back the zone?
Hopefully so, but they're going to lose the Diva of their own. So only one ultimate available. Oh, bye. As he falls down, that's going to make it really difficult. They were contesting the point here, but they've just lost too many, I think. And I think maybe going to get forced off the point. Unfortunately, there's just not enough support here, and he's just going to get clobbered to pieces in the corner.
Scotty doing his darndest to stay alive, but when you're on your own, there's not much you can do. Scotty is using Lucio in the right way, though. He is making use of those environmental kills. We're at 60% on the side of Dirty Ratters. Plague need to get their foot on the point and stay there.
It's not looking good for Plague. See if there's something they can do here. They need to stop getting picked off one by one. If they're dying in these big team fights, I feel like that's almost okay. Like they just lost the fight, but you can't be coming into these fights with having one person down already.
No, a push without a full team isn't really a push.
Saying that now, this could be an opportunity.
Yep.
4 ultimates up on the side of Plague. Dirty Ratters not at full health. Let's see if they can get them through. But again, Scotty's going to fall early on in this fight.
Which that ult, the break it down, is a big one for a push. Without that healer there, there's not much they can do.
Break it down being used there. Is it going to do too much? Nerf this. Also, can they get too much? They only got 1 with the Diva ult. Can they make the most
Plague
of
are
this?
on the point.
It's coming up 99%. We've been here before.
We have. It looks like Plague could do this. Oh, but that's 3 down on the side of Plague. Dirty Ratters cleaning up.
And the nuke is going to come out defensively. Round 2, game 2,
Yep.
Dirty Ratters.
Round 2, game 2 to Dirty Ratters. So that means we are on to the third map.
So 2-0 for Dirty Ratters. It's a shame. There's been close games as well.
Yeah, Plague really put up a strong fight at the end there, but Dirty Ratters just didn't want to let go of the control they had of the zone.
Wow, what a clean up there.
Yeah, I mean, it's aimbot, but it's used well. So we're about to move on to Hanamura for the first time today.
Not a map I've seen. Not a
No.
map I know very well. Tell me about Hanamura.
It's one of my favorite maps. The assault of the first point can be over very, very quickly if the choke point by the gate isn't defended. But getting that second point on Hanamura is probably the hardest bit in any of Overwatch. That is such a difficult point to take off the enemy. Their spawn is right next to it. You've got to go a long, long way. There's a lot of places for them to defend. So it'll be very interesting, but the most interesting thing here is that if Dirty Ratters win this match, then they are the champions of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup on Xbox. But Plague have a chance to take it back and still be the winners.
I thought for a second there that we were going to be joining Plague Esports Scotland. Just jumped into the team. I thought we were going to give it best go, but sadly not.
We're not allowed to play.
No. I think that's better for everyone. I
Yeah.
mean, I feel like...
I mean, yeah, I just ruined them. I'm top 500, honestly.
So
Silver, really.
So we've got the sub in. Grant worked well last time for Dirty Ratters.
Yeah. Again, having that change, I think it might change the way the team are thinking. Plague have fought well these first 2 matches, but they need to do something different to break that force that is the Dirty Ratters. Maybe this switch is going to help.
Well, hopefully they can see that as a weakness and capitalize on it. But
Absolutely.
I really don't want Plague to go 3-0, to lose 3-0 in this series. That'd be...
No, Plague have done really well to get to this point. Dirty Ratters as well, obviously. I would love to see this go to all 5 maps. But this could be the final one. We don't know. And we've got Grey Mania in, replacing Grant 101. Oh, no, not Grant 101. HMS Dragon.
HMS Dragon.
That's right, yes. Grey Mania replacing HMS Dragon on Team Plague. And we'll get this game started as soon as everybody is ready.
So Dragon, not the strongest term to use in this tournament. Dragons haven't done very well.
No.
But they've had fun.
They have had fun. Again, thank you to the London Dragons for taking part in this cup, coming all the way out from London. But now this is about the final.
So Hanamura is actually a map I know very well.
Ah.
From seeing it. I just didn't know what it was called. So
There
I
we
do. When I used to play Overwatch, I was a Hanzo main, and I like this map.
You were a Hanzo main.
I did.
Get
yeah,
out.
I was.
Just leave now,
I
please.
just leave now.
Yeah.
Dota's better anyway. So.
Hanzo mains aren't allowed to be a thing. What do you think of the scatter arrow compared to the new one he's got?
I haven't seen the new one.
Oh.
Well, explain the new one.
It's-
I like the old one because you just put it near and it just
Yeah,
gets a kill.
now it's a rapid fire instead.
Oh, that's not as fun.
Well, saying that rapid fire, if he uses it all 5 and hits ahead of a tank, it's instant kill.
Oh, wow.
I think it's more powerful than the scatter arrow. Hanzo is a force to reckon with. Also, he's got a dash now, a bit like his brother Genji.
See, it seems like I should get back into this now and get back on the Hanzo. As we say this,
And here we
preparing the
go.
defenses. Do we have any Hanzos? No.
It does not look like it. This is a Hanzo map usually, but no one seems to be going Hanzo. Dirty Ratters bringing out Reinhardt and Diva. Oh no, switch up to a Hamster there. That's what we like to see. Do you think Hamster could be helpful on this map?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like different elevated spots on there here, so the Hamster, getting around there. Oh,
Yeah.
as I say, that is gone, so maybe not. Maybe I don't know anything about the Hamster.
Well, you've got a lot of points in this map where you can just swing around, like
Yeah.
the bell on the first point, for instance. So, oh well, the
I'm
Hamster
sure
seems
we
to have
will
gone.
see some Hamster
Yeah.
in this play.
So we have only 2 tanks on the side of Plague with Diva and Reinhardt, and 2 tanks on the side of Dirty Ratters with Reinhardt and Zarya. A very defensive-looking team from Dirty Ratters there. Plague have got the work cut out. Let's see what they can do. And here we go.
So what could be the final game of the grand finals of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. Let's see who gets off to a good start. So 2 divas chasing each other around.
Straight out, quite aggressive by Plague, which is what you need. If they can just push through and get that first point nice and quick, that puts Dirty Ratters on the back foot.
So let's see what Play can do. Bit of an awkward choke here. Who's going to break first? The ice wall coming up. That's going to split up the play. Actually, some people jumping over. What a slam there.
Gita gets squished.
So Grey Mania making his presence known.
Yes, absolutely. Speaking to Plague earlier, Grey Mania is actually a force to be reckoned with by all accounts.
So now, as we see that Junkrat taking out 2, so Dirty Rats not looking too strong here. Starting to fall from the side of Plague. And we've got that Junkrat. We've got that Tyre. Has played such an important role in this series.
Plague are on the point now. Can they cap it? Unfortunately, Dirty Ratters have 2 on there as well and are contesting.
Oh, actually taken out pretty quickly. Going after Grey Mania. See what he can do here. The Diva is ready if needs be, but sadly Plague just getting wiped. Well, basically. Being forced off that point, and it looks like the Dirty Ratters are going to be the ones
There we go.
to take the first point.
Dirty Ratters have the first point. Can they go and take the second point, which in my opinion is one of the hardest points to take in Overwatch. But they're straight in there. They're not stopping. They're being aggressive, and they're straight on that point.
Oh, this is some really strong play. I think maybe they agree with you, and they don't want to make this play last as long, very long. Just get in there when you've got the momentum. Beautiful ping there.
I think Grey Mania does not like Brigitte.
So he's got the armor available if he wants to use it.
And big shatter from Reinhardt there.
Oh, the nuke coming out. That looks like it could be pretty strong. It only gets 1 in the end. The ult there is really strong. Going to take out 2. And the wall just going to split up the play. Seems like positioning has played such a massive part in this game. And 5 down on the side of Plague.
Oh, Dirty Ratters are 1 cap. Got Plague on there. Diva stopping the tick.
Oh,
That second tick looks like it could be coming very, very
Here
soon.
comes the Hamster, though. This is what we want to see. Whoa, 4 down on the side of Plague. It looks like Dirty Ratters are having none of it. They do not want anything to happen here. Nice Hamster play around the bell, though, around the side. 5 on the point, gets the second cap. And
They've got 5.5 minutes, and they only need to get 1 of the caps now on this last point. We've got that's
So
1 down for
much.
Plague,
so
2
many
down for Plague,
kills.
3 down for Plague, 4 down for Plague.
Oh, and the nuke in the middle could be huge.
A cheeky little wave from Diva. Could this be? And Dirty Ratters take the first point with 5 minutes remaining.
That was one of the most dominant performances we've seen in the
Yes,
series.
absolutely. Plague have got their work cut out for them here. They are going to need to do just as much aggressiveness as Dirty Ratters did. But the question is, will Dirty Ratters bring out the defense and stop them getting that first point?
It could all happen. We could just get that block at the first point, and then suddenly Dirty Ratters have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
But Plague have nowhere to go. But have to see. I feel like the mind games that we've been speaking about over this tournament. Surely now this has got to be a low. Like,
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
you lose this game, it's over.
What we want to see here is the Dirty Ratters putting up a good fight. But I would like to see Plague at least get the first point.
They deserve it. That's
Yeah.
the thing. They deserve at least a notch on the board.
Absolutely. So, what are we selecting? Looks like an Orisa and a Diva for defense. Oh no, Hamster. Are they playing mind games with us? Just changing it up. I think Orisa is always a great choice for defense. They've got an Anna Mercy as the heals.
So Hamster's died already.
Oh, I think he's done that on purpose because they
Maybe-
haven't
maybe
started
they
yet.
are we getting flamed now? They just choose the hamster and then kill it.
Yeah. Oh, no, and then they've changed. They just don't like hamsters. Although it does look like 1940s Plague is bringing out the hamster. So on the side of Plague, we've got Anna, we've got Hammond, we've got Reinhardt, Lucio, Brigitte, and Zarya. On the side of Dirty Ratters, we have Junkrat, Orisa, Diva, Farah, Anna, and Mercy. Both strong-looking teams, but Plague have to use the ability of movement they've got in their team. Lucio's quick. Hammond is quick. Brigitte is quick. They have to use that quickness and that ability to move around, otherwise they're not going to get anywhere.
So what do Plague have to do here? How quickly do they have to take this?
They have to take that first point pretty quickly because Dirty Ratters did it with over 5 minutes.
So let's see what they can do.
It doesn't look like Dirty Ratters are being a cohesive defense here right now. Well, saying that, Orisa's putting her shield down in the right place, and Mercy is keeping that Farah alive in the air. Not that often these days you see a Farah Mercy.
So the defense looking pretty strong
Yeah.
from Dirty Ratters.
And
see the
1940s
hamster ball
Plague
come in,
slamming
bam.
down.
Not really too much. Can they capitalize off that hamster ball? Doesn't really look like it now. Yeah, starting to fall now on the side of Dirty Ratters. One down. Actually, everyone getting low. Two down. But they will take two in return and then make it three.
Farah stops that push dead by raining down. Grey Mania does all he can, but cannot do enough. However, we've got the hamster, which is killed by the robot horse.
Yeah, we had the hamster briefly, and that was that bell play that you were talking
Yes,
about.
yeah. I mean, I do it just because it's fun.
He did it, and he died.
Yes.
So
Right, we've only got 2 minutes 45 for Plague to get that first point. Plague need to do everything they can here. They've got the cup to play for. Dirty Ratters know that if they stop Plague getting there, then they have won.
So the confidence is all on the side of Dirty Ratters now. They've got to do something if you're Plague. And maybe this could be a little bit of a push. They're charging into the bell now. Can they make the most of it? So that's 5. The Junkrat tire is only going to take 1. So it's not really enough, but the nuke is going to come out. How many is that going to take? That's another one, but these ults are starting to stack up. 3 are dead on the side of Plague. It's not going to be enough to contest. Actually saying that 3 versus the 1 left of Dirty Ratters. Can they make something happen here? Lovely play coming out from the back, but the Justice reigns for Bob, also taking out another player.
Farah stopping that dead again once. Reinhardt is out the equation. It's very hard for the team to do anything else.
So now we're starting to see them fall. We do have a couple of ultimates available on the side of Team Plague.
That sleep and the zone denial of Hammond's ultimate could be used well. They only have 1 minute 45 left. And they don't have 1 tick yet. Reinhardt's going in. Does he have the backup with him?
So Reinhardt's in. How much damage?
Reinhardt's been boosted. Winston's been boosted.
So it's looking good, but it's not looking good enough. 2 are going to fall. Make that 3.
Dirty Ratters just do not want to let go of that area, do they?
Another attack totally thwarted there, yeah. It looks like Dirty Ratters in this game 3 have just decided enough is enough. We want that cup.
Absolutely. 1 minute left for Plague to show us what they can do. They're strong, but it looks like Dirty Ratters have just got it locked down that hard.
As the team play seems to be there from Dirty Ratters. They do everything as a unit.
Yeah. I know both of these teams have practiced a lot coming up to this tournament, and practice pays off. Both teams are working well together. It just looks like Dirty Ratters are that slightly more cohesive unit.
Wow. So many falling now on the side of Plague. These attacks, they look good for a little bit, and then they just crumble apart at the hands of Dirty Ratters. 40 seconds left on the clock. Is it possible?
This will be the last chance Plague have to stay in the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. I believe they can do it. I want them to do it. I want to see this go on to the next one.
I want it to, but with 25 seconds on the clock, it's got to be now. This push now, and it's being held back so efficiently by the team.
They're just standing there. They're not moving forward, although
Here we go.
Hammond and Reinhardt both pushing in.
He got stuck on the stairs by the looks of it. He didn't get the full charge. Oh, he's going to take out a couple. Reinhardt now
4
in the
to 2 on the
shield.
zone.
If they need another 99% play, now's the time to do it, but they are starting to fall. Actually, he's going to get rezzed up again, but the Reinhardt can't fall. 2 down on the side, 3 down, 4
Barra
down.
once again.
Plague. Oh,
And ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup. Can we give it up for the Dirty Ratters? It's been an amazing competition, an amazing cup. Team Plague have played incredibly, but Dirty Ratters are just a formidable force that could not be stopped.
3-0 in the grand finals in the end. Fantastic play from both teams. What a series.
Seeing Grey Mania on there,
Yes,
that's nice.
Grey Mania.
He was absolutely brilliant as a Reinhardt, but not enough to stop the might of the Dirty Ratters. Once again, the champions of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup 2018 is the Dirty Ratters.
So guys, this is the closing final minutes of Big Fest 2018. It's been 2 long days, slaving over in the Biscuit Factory in Edinburgh. 2 different floors of gaming in Scotland. It's been an absolutely incredible weekend. And yeah, you've seen the guys, some of the players just getting some last minute, getting the winning teams together for a final picture. They fought hard and they well deserved it. But to everyone who've been watching over this weekend, it's been an absolutely incredible weekend. There we go. The Dirty Ratters, winners of the Overwatch Esports Scotland Cup in 2018. To all you at home, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back, no doubt, on this channel and also on our Twitch channel as well. But for now, we'll see you guys later. Good night.
Stop.